What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
Some of Lewis's hands, and then some handy hands, and then maybe some Scotty hands.
I have
Go.
two. I
Oh,
have
and
two
some
hands
Brian
as
hands.
well.
All right, excellent. Let's go, Lewis.
All right, this first one um is probably not going to be a GTO. I raised the ace 10, facing a small free bet. I mean, I think standard play against a free bet with ace 10 here is like fold, maybe, or maybe just yeah, I think it's
Well,
mostly fold.
it's fold
But I
because
get
it's really small.
yeah, I mean against this sizing, like I mean I've been experimenting with full betting a bit more in late position, so I go with the full bet. Um The thing
Well,
is, as well, like, I don't know, the small free bet, what's people's reads on that? Is that like a wider linear range, most likely?
it
So
can
maybe this is
be.
Unstudied,
bad.
an
It
unstudied
can be.
player.
It can be unstudied. It can be very strong or very weak. It's kind of weird.
The ace 10, just so you know, against the normal size, the ace 10 is mostly a fold with a little bit
Yeah.
of four bet bluffing. So against the smaller size, a little bit more
Yeah.
four bet bluffing.
It's a sliver though, right? I'm pretty sure.
It was sliver. It's
Like 10%.
21%.
Oh, okay, that's more than I
Yeah,
thought.
it's not 0.5%. It's a real thing. Yeah,
What
because
matters
Yeah.
more is what do you know about this player?
Zoom, so not much really. I think his
Okay.
stats, I mean, he wasn't a nit, otherwise I wouldn't have done, oh, like his stats didn't look like a nit. Like this isn't a 5% free better. It's probably like an 8 or
So, like,
10.
if we think he's over three betting, I mean, what the one thing we do know about population is they generally under three bet from positions that they can just complete in, like the
Yeah.
like the big blind and the button. So a lot of this is going to usually be a stronger range. So I would say I'd want to find this less unless I'm up against a very aggressive player.
yes, but we also know they overfold to four bets going
That's
on.
also true.
Yep. So just both are true, and everybody balance that against your player pool.
Yeah. I mean, my player pool under three bets, so when they three bet, they don't usually fold. So I'm not four betting anything but very, very strong
Oh
hands.
yeah. I mean, you play live, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would never dream of doing this in a live game ever at any
Yeah.
stake. Um, I've been studying these spots as well recently because I've been fucking up a lot. And what I've learned is, I mean, I studied this against small blind when I four bet, but a queen high board's fucking awful. As in position in a four bet pot, late position. It's just so bad because what is the opponent's range? It's going to be ace queen suited, queen jack suited, king queen suited, ace queen off. It's just so condensed. It's like the craziest condensed spot you could think of. This sort of like four bet pot in this scenario. So I think you're actually supposed to check a lot here. Um, I think with like aces and kings, you can just, I mean, you should, if you want to play balance, sure, but like no one ever folds top pair here, ever. Um, Unless it's like, so I was fucking up this a lot. Usually I'd like range bet, but I think that's pretty bad. So I go for the check.
You should know SPR. You don't get the fuck around with this at all.
Yeah. This hand's interesting as well because I
Yeah,
actually do
you
a
picked up.
mid.
Yeah, you picked up something.
Yeah. And here I meant to fold just because I thought about this a lot and then I thought, the ranges are too strong. Like this board isn't really good. I was just thinking of folding with the gutter just because like implied odds isn't that good,
You have a
whatnot.
double
Think you have
double
a
gutter.
double gutter here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're double gutted, and you have an ace that might be good. I mean, you're never raising the ace, but the ace you might go check on the river with an ace.
Yeah.
You have an outs to the nuts, provided they're not diamonds, and you know, I'm not worried about the diamonds. And they're still 60 behind to get it.
Well,
This is not a terrible
Yeah.
call. All right,
if you get there, you're gonna get paid the rest of his
yeah, because
stack.
you're in position. That's the thing. You're
Yes, that's what I would look at because you have 16%. If you include ace, if you put half of your ace outs in, you have like what, 18, 19%. and you're not getting direct odds, but you
Right.
might be getting implied.
Now, one of your outs,
Yeah.
by the way, one of your outs is not as clean as I said, which is the nine of spades does lose to the king 10. And king
Mm.
10 suited could play this way. All right. Not a lot of it though, but it could. All right, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Yeah. So in game, I meant to fold, but I accidentally misclicked and pressed call.
Excellent. That makes it more interesting.
Okay, so many,
So he checks. He checks.
oh
Yeah.
God, I don't know what the hell you can do here. Like, we can try and bluff. What draws is, yeah, you, like he said, king 10, queen jack's never checking, ace queen's probably not, yeah, it might check a little bit. It's not folding though.
Does he ever have ace king? Like, presumably, most people just stick it in with ace king out of position here.
Yep.
I don't think, I don't like a bluff shove because I think we,
You beat some diamond draws.
yes,
Not
um,
all of them, because he can have ace jack of diamonds.
What diamond draw do we beat? King just exclusively king 10 of diamonds, pretty much, which most people won't even free bet out of big blind.
this is kind of a shit
Don't
spot.
beat seven. Yeah, yeah, it's hard to slip in. It's really hard to slip in with a suited connector here. 4-5 you beat, 5-6 you beat, 6-7 you lose, 7-8 you lose, 7-8 doesn't exist. 9-10 you lose. It's slippery, but it's
Yeah,
free. But it's free.
When you bluff, what are you going? What are you trying to get to
that's the
fold?
thing. I think this is just an awful bluff just because the rate like I've seen the ranges and it's just
I hate
so queen. It's so queen like because I haven't studied full bet plots, I wasn't aware of this, but like
it.
I mean this is worth knowing for everyone playing online. Just like queen high boards, full bet plots, it's like I'd say this is one of the nut low spots to bluff because they're gonna have a top pair all the time. And are you gonna get someone to fold top pair in a low SPR? Probably not,
Well,
right?
I think we're kind of thinking about it wrong. So what is his range? It checks the flop, you check back, and then comes out and bets half pot on the turn. What is his range? It does that. He has some air balls, I think, that do
Ace
that.
queen, queen
And
jack, pocket
but
jacks.
They didn't.
does
They
Queen
all bet.
Jack ever check
They
the
all bet
river
the
though?
river.
Queen Jack does not. Ace Queen maybe. Queen Jack does not
Yeah.
check the river. Ace
Yeah.
Queen maybe. So and then he has some air balls that we're ahead of, except
Some ace jack bet the turn and then didn't. Some ace jack and king jack bet the turn. Some jack 10 bet the turn.
Like a pocket tens probably never bets here either, like on the turn.
Yeah.
Like, because
there are hands that you can make fold is what we do have is and we think that we get snapped off by Ace Queen. Queen Jack doesn't check, and there are some.
what can we get to fold? I'm not
I
sure. Like,
said pocket
Pocket
tens,
10,
Jack
pocket
10,
nines,
Ace Jack, all of that stuff
ace jack 10
that
pair.
can, yeah, that stuff can bet will would maybe bet the turn and then
I
check the
mean,
river here.
nines shouldn't free bet, but like if he's free betting smaller than GTO, yeah, we can presume maybe he's a bit wider than like he should be.
I
So
don't know,
yeah.
maybe you can jam here and you just expect to get snapped off by Ace Queen, but expect to get a lot of folds from Ace Jack, King Jack, Jack 10, tens, nines.
Queen
I,
Jack.
but put yourself in his position. Um, if he's thinking, now he may not be thinking, but if he's thinking, how many queens does he think you checked back?
None.
Right. So now all of a sudden, yeah, he's really in the mood to fold ace jack and 10 jack suited. He didn't check to get you to bluff catch. That's not his reason for doing it.
Yeah. I think there's some things which are good for bluffing, as in like we block some auto calls, like presumably ace queen and 10-9. But like I think realistically it's like what's his range? Like he's probably not fucking around. He called a four bet out of position. He's probably got high cards or a pair, which
Yeah.
you know, which a decent amount of those are like top pair or sets, you know, and like, and you know, some people, you know, might check to you and just hope you bluff with like ace king. Like, I'm sure some people think that,
Yeah, Larry,
but yeah,
just a quick thing. We did mention Ace King. We said he's got less than 12 combos, or because a lot of times that just jams pre. Not 100% of the time, but a lot of the time. And so we're discounting Ace King there. All right.
yeah,
What'd you do?
I bluff, and he tanked for a while and
That's
then called
nice.
me with king queen
Yeah.
because.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at, let me steal this screen. Just take a look at one thing here. Share. All right. We have this. So here we go. This is us on the flop with our ace 10. We mostly check back.
Yeah, did people know here you're supposed to check back this amount? I did. This is new to me, but it makes sense now that I've
Yeah.
looked in. I did.
Yeah. Now let's look at his range. Queenie, Queenie, Queenie. There are a lot of queens in this range. Ace queen off. There are a lot of queens in this range. All right. Yeah. So we check back with our ace 10. Great. Turn is a jack of clubs, is it?
Spades.
Jack of spades. All right. Jack of spades comes. He gets to bet with a lot of stuff, including his king, queen, and all like that. And his bet was into a bet pot of 40. He bet about 20. We don't have a 20.
Yeah, he
So
went
let's,
like it was a half pot.
yeah, so let's look at both of them. When it's 11.4, can we call with our gut shot? We never fold a gut shot to 11.4. Never. All right. To 27, we don't fold to 27 either. There you go.
We don't fold it in GTO,
In
but
GTO world. No, I'm only looking at that. We did our analysis based on what we thought the population tendencies are. I was now looking in a GTO solve. All right. So, and when we call, well, let's see if this is let's see in a GTO world whether this is a bluff ever. We call, and the river is the
Seven of
innocuous,
spades.
what of spades?
Seven.
Seven of spades. That's pretty innocuous. And now his king queen elects to check, which it can sometimes, and it can bet. He does the check, and the ace 10. All right, not a bad bluff. There you go. Our particular combo was just to learn
It
it.
was ace of spades, ten of heart, ten of clubs.
Gotcha. No diamond. So those are the ones that bluff. The ones with no diamond bluff. They bluff about half the time in equilibrium.
So for the viewers, this is what GTO do. What do you do in reality? Show the bluff and the solver and show them folding some top pair. Scotty, do it.
Oh,
I'm sure I'm sure a top pair is gonna mix some folds and
we're back. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I'm sure in game no one folds top pair here.
I agree.
But like I want to see it because I want to know myself.
Yeah, let's
If
see.
we had Josh, I bet it removes all of the ace 10 bluff if we
Yeah.
just
Oh, here we
ran
go.
it.
If only Josh were here. We want Josh, not Scotty. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
Scotty
So
sucks.
when we bet when we bet the 50, no folds, down to queen 10.
Yes, it's gonna.
This is it. They are not folding any. They're not folding any decent queen.
So in my limited solver talk here, why the hell would we use ace 10 if it blocks the hand that we expect, the top pair hand that we expect to fold?
I mean, combo wise, he like this is gonna be so slivery. This queen ten suited, like it's almost a
Um,
non-factor.
I'm just saying it's like we're using the hand if we expect if solver land they say queen 10 is the only queen that's gonna fold, and then we're using ace 10 to try and get that hand to fold. It seems so it's less likely that they have queen 10, queen 10.
Exactly. And
Because
and
we
also
Doesn't make much
we
sense.
block the following folds also. Ace 10, king 10, jack 10, and 10 10. The reason we do it is because there's enough of this down here to make it barely profitable half the time.
Yeah, and then live we and in actual real world we don't need to
Right.
go that size to get 7-6 to fold.
No, because look at these better bluffs. So ace 10 does it, you know, some of the time. But look at king 4. Always. King 4 loves it. Ace deuce a lot. Right?
Yeah, this
Those are
is
your those are- these are your happy to bluff spots.
Yeah, I mean, you got better unblockers, right?
Yeah. Surprising that king 6 never does it and king 4 does. That's surprising to me. And I guess it is because of his folds.
Well, 7-6 is folding, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The king 4. Yeah. That we block these folds with a 6.
Yeah, but
Yep.
but as Brian says at the start, people
Yeah.
aren't free betting the big blind enough in
Yeah.
any position. So
Yeah.
like I think in reality, like I mean even a
probably
fold on
shouldn't
the
four bet ace 10.
I
Yeah.
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. He just gets
I've been trying out to be a bit. I
yeah.
think it's better to four bet ace 10 against the small blind than the big blind. Like
I
in
would
this.
Yes.
I would say it's better against a button three bet. Even though you're going to play out of position, they're going to have more three bets from the button. So I would
You mean
say,
when we're in the small blind and the big blind when we're in the small blind, let's 3 bet ace 10 against the the button's wide open.
well, or that, but I'm saying, like, say you open from the cutoff and three bet and get three bet from the button.
Oh,
Most players are going to find more three bets from the button, so you have a better four bet with ace 10.
right.
Even though you're going to play out of position, if you're like, because when you do that with ace 10, you're kind of just hoping that they fold pre-flop, especially when you're only 100 big blinds deep, because you don't really have maneuverability post-flop to try and make people fold.
Right. Just so you know, the ace 10 is a pure fold to the button's 3 bet in GTO equilibrium.
Yeah,
Um your bluff your ace queen continues for value, but it's, because of the button's wider range, it thinks ace queen is good enough. Your bluff is ace 5 suited and a sliver of king queen offsuit, like a 5% sliver. But yeah,
yeah.
it's folding ace 10 and ace jack.
Oh, I'm not finding these just because I don't think people are three betting enough. But if I was going to, it would be from the position that I think they're going to be three betting the most, the
Gotcha.
widest from.
Right. King.
I mean, this is another like similar spot, but this is gonna look really simple, but I think it gets to the question of what do we do when under the gun is just telling such a strong story
Hmm.
in a way where people just aren't. This guy's not bluffing the king nine
Yep.
suited. They're not bluffing the ace three suited. I think ace two suited can do it. Ace four suited here. I think king six suited can bluff a bit, and I think you can even sliver in like 7-6, 5-4,
Hmm.
um,
Absolutely.
6-5, and I think like some slivers of like two gappers come in, and some random like suited eights occasionally, like jack eight suited, 10-8 suited. Um, we can look at a range, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
There's.
in theory, I knew this is like you're supposed to majority call kings here, but I think in game with a lot going on, I'm like, I've got kings. Why not try and get the money in? So I four bet, which is fine, and
Yep.
then get jammed on and just call with aces.
Yep. Yep.
I think I could have avoided this. I think I should. This is going to sound bold, but I think against almost everyone, you should just always call your kings here.
Hmm.
I
I
disagree.
think
I
you're going to save
don't.
a lot
Oh,
of money.
disagree. Hard to
Yeah, I
disagree.
think that's
In my
really tight.
games, where I mean, this guy should be flatting queens sometimes. This in the big blind in theory, this guy should be flatting ace king a lot of the time. So like I
Maybe.
just it this is like a tough online. I mean, it's low stakes, but people play closer to theory than in like a live. If this is a live cash game, like I'm always getting the money in because they're not gonna fucking call queens ace king in the big blind. But
So
like
one thing you can do here is this situation where you're all in pre with kings pre-flop. look through your poker tracker and see how many times you've been in the situation and if you've won or lost money.
All right, let's look at that. Let's take a
I
second.
think what you're going to find is that you win money with kings. You don't lose money.
In against a big blind free bet against under the gun.
Well, you're probably going to have. You probably can't.
Yeah, you
I
can.
mean, unless you have millions of hands, you're not going to have that many
Yeah.
I'll take it.
instances of that spot. But you can. It's just folding. Flatting kings here is fine, but saying we don't shove because they have aces too much. I don't think that if you look at your history, it's going to bear that out.
We have. I'm building a filter, by the way, while we do this. So go to your next hand, and we're gonna scan my
Look,
database for that.
yeah, look, Queen's supposed to call like 71% of the time. Ace
Yeah, and they
King.
don't. They three bet. Your
I
opponents.
don't know. Some people in
No.
these, I mean,
Some do.
Zoom's a bit different, but like, I mean, and then Kings is like, yeah, mostly cool. But like,
Played a
we're
lot of
assuming they don't bluff enough.
Zoom at Lewis. I mean, it was
But
Zoom on a mission where we could see their hands, and we didn't see a lot of that. And the people who we saw flatting the ace king were weak, not strong
yeah.
players.
Yeah, but like, yeah, different pools play very
Yeah,
different. I
but
mean,
different pools. Yeah,
once I full bet, obviously, it's
yeah,
easy, cool, like, but like, look, Ace King's folding,
yeah.
Ace
Are
King
you
off.
looking at like an MDA tool for pre-flop? Or
Yeah, this is an NDA. This is just like my strategy for Russian
okay.
cash. It's like a free bet only strategy. See, there's no cooling.
No.
But yeah, this is what I like to use. And it's with the GG rake structure. But yeah, this hand's not that interesting, but I mean, I think t going forward, I'd like to avoid this where possible because, like I said, I don't think people are bluffing enough here, and it's already wants to call a lot of kings. So going forward, I'm just going to pure call here unless I got stats which show the guy's like a fish. Okay, I got one more hand.
All right.
Three, five. I think you can defend here against the min. Like,
Have you been
yeah.
hanging out with Kristen Foxen by any chance?
I mean, Kristen might have folded.
Did,
Uh,
did anybody see her hand in the 100K on the final table?
Yes, yes.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
did not.
Folded kings
yeah.
pre.
Yeah.
Yeah, JL done a breakdown of it, worth a watch, like the other day. So, okay. So we called a big blind, which I think standard with this like low part of the deck. Um, and it checks through.
Yay.
Now with a free, like, do I want to bet, fold out some high card? Uh, I think you can go either way here. Um, like what we got, like a gut, like a bad gut shot and bottom pair. The thing is, like, is he even gonna fold? Not gonna fold a seven.
This
Not
is
gonna
not a
fold
bad
pocket
one.
Yeah,
eights.
it's another double gutter here, I think, right?
Yes, you've got to bet the eight.
Four.
The eight is
Or
bad. The four is good.
So I bet that I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe it's fine because he's probably not gonna check back as many strong hands as he should. Like, but I don't know. I don't know. Do people bet here or check?
I
And
like the
what's
bet there. I think it's a fine bet. The check is okay, but I think that's a fine bet with the gutter to go with it and with a double
and
flush
like
on the board.
sizing? Like, should I go bigger here or
Oh,
like? I mean,
my initial gut says like you could go actually pretty large. I mean, this is already approaching large, but I was thinking even like more like over bet size.
yeah, yeah, maybe I could get down with an over bet. I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, whatever I do, I don't think the EV is going to be that different. Like check in, bet in.
all right.
But yeah, I go for this.
What's the range? It checks back the flop.
Yeah, what is the range? Good question. I don't know
Lots
off
of
the
It's
top
high,
of my
probably
lots
not.
of
It's
high.
probably not over pairs. Probably not 9x. It's probably they probably stab with a decent amount of flush draws. So what is their range on the turn? It's going to be like a lot of just unpaired overcards. So we probably want to go small to keep those hands in so that we can. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of back and forth. I would probably check because I want those hands to stab at it and call because I think
Yeah,
I have a good hand to bluff catch with
they're
instead of
raising all
betting.
their pairs too, so they can have a lot of their paired hands that aren't over cards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So
betting
what do you?
sevens on that flop a lot.
Yeah. So
They're
they have
checking too,
so
though.
their range is like super capped a lot of the time there though on that flop after they check back. So
You're saying they're betting their sevens a lot on that flop. I'm thinking they're checking all of their under pairs a
I
lot.
think they're checking. You think they're checking eights and sevens?
I
Yes.
think they
Okay, I think they
uh,
bet eights and sevens for the same reason they bet a singleton, not that they bet a nine. But you,
I think they
because
stab
they,
small with a
because they
lot
hate,
of their range
yeah,
and
because they just
that
hate,
makes
because
them
they,
super capped.
yeah, because they just hate seeing another card when they have sevens and eights on that board.
So
I
what do
don't know. I
people want
mean,
to?
Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe not.
you could go like I would check the turn because I think they're gonna come out and stab with a lot of their bullshit that you can call, and then based on their sizing, you can get some information. Um, I think I would go check call turn and check river, see what they do, probably. I think because I think that when yeah, I don't this is a funky spot. I mean, when they call, that's assuming that they bet a lot of their flush draws on the flop. If they're super passive, they're probably not going to. So if you think that they're not betting their flush draws, then it's probably good to bet the turn so you can get some value from those hands before the river comes out.
Yeah.
And they miss.
Because yeah, because all the flush, all the spades that didn't bet the flop, and some of them didn't, call the turn, and all the diamonds that didn't bet the flop, and there are fewer of those, all call the turn.
Yeah, so I mean it's kind of yeah, it depends on the player. If the player's not a super passive player, I would bet the turn.
Yeah, I'll show
If
you.
there's
Yeah, I'll show
if
you.
they have even a little bit of aggression, I would check the turn.
Yeah, I'll show you a GTO strategy when we're done. I've already got it ready. Okay.
All right.
River, I don't know. Unsure. I
Way
think
too
check.
thin. Let's
I,
check.
I love a chip on the river
Hmm.
and evaluate.
Um,
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm turning that into a bluff every time and going big again.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
How about
Goes
you?
for
okay.
the bluff
No, you
here.
don't
Okay.
evaluate the bluff.
Oh man.
I mean, I've been trying to attack a lot of capped ranges. I mean, I don't think he should have many eights. Like he shouldn't be raising eight, nine, eight, eight, seven. Like I guess you could have like ace
Wait, what
eight
is
suited.
so we think but what do you think his range is that comes out and bets the size that isn't an eight? Like do you
I
think
don't like
any
a
of his like
like
I
a
feel like a lot of
10, like a
10x and
10.
9x
Yeah.
check, I think, when there's
Yeah.
a four liner.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm leak I yeah, I figured it in my game recently, I feel like I'm leaking a lot on the four liners and the paired boards generally. Like I bet the bottom end of the straight way too much and I bluff too much on the paired boards. I've noticed that in my league, like looking objectively at my game. So
I I don't know. I'm just saying like I think that 9x and 10x probably check a decent portion of the time when the four liner comes on the river, or they go
yeah.
smaller for value. So then we're basically turning a lot of the time. I don't know. I mean, unless he has worse hands, he's turning into a better hands there, he's turning into a bluff, which he does. Maybe he has some sort of 6x that he decided to turn into a bluff on the river, but I don't think you would take this size. I don't know. I think you have a good call there, or I think you're up against, I don't know. This is weird. Um, Trying to figure out what the hell takes this size that we can make fold. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
10x and 9x. I think those hands just check enough of the time, though, that we're not targeting them as much, I would think. But this is interesting.
Yeah, I think in game I was just thinking like I blocked the straight, which but I think the block is completely irrelevant here.
Block
So I mean,
the
I was
straight.
just I
How do you
mean,
block? How do you block an eight?
8-5, I guess.
yeah, the
Eight
five
five.
like
The eight five
like
suited
five
that he raised in the low jack. You do not
like
block straight.
yeah 5-4 the 5-4 he has like a sliver, but yeah, I mean he would have bet that like he would have raised the turn. So yeah, I mean I
He
just
bet.
had a few seconds to act and I decided like
I
he
can say that I truly have no idea what's going on here, and I want to
yeah,
see
I
what
mean
happens.
I think in game this is what I was thinking. I was like, oh. Blocker, oh, you shouldn't have an eight very often. Like on the pre-flop range, I'm bluff. Like I'm attacking you. Let's see if I can get you to fold anything. And then he calls and he's got
So
like
what
an
eight? So
abs.
what eights
And
that?
he's got an
Yeah,
eight.
he's got.
I was about to
He's.
say,
I was
what
going to
does he
say
come
with the
out and
two eights
bet?
that made sense for him to have.
Well, I was just
Exactly.
saying,
The ace eight.
is it a good thought process to think that a lot of the time here, this is unnecessary to turn into a bluff because he's not going to come out and bet his 10 or 9 a lot of the time on a four liner on the river.
No,
So,
I think that's a good thought process. I think that's yeah. I mean, it's hard to be objective with the results, but like,
yeah,
yeah, I think most people say he had like ace 10 of spades, which could have played this way. Like, is he gonna bet that? Like, probably not. Like, these guys are
yeah,
pretty scared to like. I notice a lot of the pool are pretty scared. I've seen people check back like insane shit before because they don't want to
got
get raised.
I think this becomes a pure I'm either calling or folding in that situation then. You see what I'm saying? Because then we're like in the spot of he's not betting a 10 or a 9, then he has air or an 8.
Right. And we
So
beat
we
him.
just
Beat Aaron and
we
eight
beat
doesn't.
air and we lose to an 8 that's never folding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to find bluffs here from like the average person. So I'm not sure I agree with the call because like what is the
Oh
bluff to
yeah.
find? Like is he gonna bluff ace high? I feel like most people just check back or
Yeah.
like you
I
know.
mean, I would say that it's likely one of the heuristics that Hungry Horse uses a lot is that a lot of the time an imposition bet on the river that's not like a massive size, an imposition like small size bet like that is usually value thin value or some sort of value.
Yeah, I noticed the same. I noticed more like when they break the Matt Affleck rule, it's value a lot of the time. But like I mean this guy he went like two-thirds, like 70%. Like, I don't know if that counts as small. Maybe it does.
Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the solver output for this. So on the flop, his ace eight of clubs, totally normal check back. He checks that. The turn comes the seven of spades. Your 3-5 now loves to bet. It loves the small size, but it allows for the bigger sizes. And it loves the smallest of small sizes at 1.4. You went for 3.3, which is okay. But it loves 1.4. When you take the 3.3, his ace eight does not fold ever. He calls, and the river is the six of
Ten of clubs.
ten of clubs. Ten of clubs comes in, and we with our 3-5, we check. He with his ace eight, we don't even have to look. He bets, and he bets in the sort of 75% pot. So he bets seven
Yeah.
into 10. So this guy's going to bet nine into 12. So, and we fold with a sliver of crazy
Yeah.
bluffs on the board.
I mean, that makes sense. Fold, I think fold, like,
Yeah,
yeah. I just got it,
yeah.
got
Here,
excited
yeah,
and thought, oh, what if I can bluff off a four-liner? But
yes.
people just, yeah. Again, I noticed this in the league. I'm really bad with the paired boards and the four-liners on the river. Like, I
Mhm.
I don't
just fuck
even
up.
I don't even want to give you shit because I remember when I was online, it when you have 30 seconds, even that seems like a lot of time, like it takes a second to really run
Oh, yeah.
through the lines. Like when I'm playing live, I have so much time to be like, well, you wouldn't have done this, wouldn't have done that, so this is why I'm doing this. And then half the time that takes me sometimes a minute to run through their line and be like, this is not right. And now I call, or this is not right, I fold. Versus like online, you kind of just have that, you got that 30 seconds and you're looking at count down and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Instead of having that clear
Yeah,
mind to be able to sit there and
yeah,
think like, okay, this, and this makes sense. This, and this don't make sense.
yeah,
But I
for
don't know.
sure.
I give you respect for trying to find the bluff.
Yeah. I mean, I
I just think
think
the spot's not great.
there's
It's
like, I mean, I need to look into like player tendencies before. Like, I got a guy who's got loads of hands, but he's not really available right now. But like, there's just certain spots where I'm just like unbelievably leak in. Like, there's a lot of spots I'm doing really well, but there's just some spots where I'm just giving away stacks when I don't need to.
I
Um,
know you're more of a theory. I like theory too, but I would say like try and think about it like what is his range and like a thought process because it does help, especially when you're playing against players that aren't. I mean, these guys they may be somewhat theory based. They might be they know how to run a pre-flop chart, but what they do after the flop is a lot of the time very face up.
All,
So
oh, go on.
yeah, I'm just saying. So, like, if you have a good thought process in that spot of like, what is he going to do with these hands? And now we're in this spot where this doesn't make sense or this makes sense, and it makes it a lot easier to find the calls or find the folds that you need to find
yeah,
or find the
I
raises.
I mean, I've said this last time, I'm trying to play a lot more intuitive, just like go with what feels right at the moment, which is often fold. And like I find when you overthink it and think like blockers and like the technical stuff, that's when you call and lose like almost every time. Like it's
Yeah,
just yeah, because yeah, like you say, like people playing pretty face up, especially on the river.
And
yeah.
I
I
would,
mean, and go ahead, Scotty. Sorry.
I was going to say, I would draw one distinction. I wouldn't say that the question, what is his range, is an anti-theory question. All of theory comes from that question. Um, the answer to it is when they are balanced, which they are not, then the answer to what is their range, what is their range and what do I want to do about it is going to almost always be what the solver does. If they had the solver's range and played like a solver, they don't. That doesn't mean that they play exactly the way that they play the population tendency or they play what Hungry Horse says they do. But the question, what is their range, is the perfect question to ask in whether you're playing GTO, fully exploitable, or by the seat of your pants. What is their range is the best question in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the last one, Louis? Louis, you got another one?
Yeah, I have to head. But
All
yeah,
right.
cheers. Those were like,
Cool,
yeah.
man. Good to
I
see
got
you, man.
destroyed on Saturday.
Um,
I got destroyed this weekend. I lost like 10 buy-ins, and
yeah.
On Saturday in 4,000 hands, I ran 7 buy-ins below EV.
Ugh. I lost this weekend too. Sorry, man. All right. Andy, you got hands? Are you back?
Do we want to just take a fun look at my sun run yesterday?
Just if they're interested in hands, yeah. Yeah.
There's some interesting hands in here.
Yeah. Play what you got,
Um,
Mark. So that's where all the money went. All Lewis, your and my money all went to Andy. Not directly,
I mean,
directly.
my sun run last night was a very short session, and it was like I only played for an hour. It was 200 and something, I think like almost 300 hands, and I ran at plus 260 big blinds per 100.
Oh my God. That is so great. That
Yeah,
feels great. I
it does. I wasn't missing, but I also was playing really well. At least I felt like. So here's an interesting one.
okay. Here we go. We'll play. Let's have other people play your hands for you. So Larry, you have pocket tens in the big blind. Let's see what happens.
All right. I think this is a very interesting spot with our stack depths. I think we squeeze a call. I generally like a squeeze here. I think you're going to do better against less ranges. The two ranges behind are capped. I think I prefer a squeeze, but the problem is that for a big blind open on a short stack, I'm going to change my opinion. Against this short stack, that's our RFI. He's just going to shove a lot.
That's
And I
okay.
don't know if we're comfortable with tens, so I think I prefer a call.
Okay. So I like
Hold
your
on one
thought
second.
process.
I'm gonna stop the
Hold on one
share for
second.
1 second and then reshare. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, I want to,
Um.
while you're doing that, Larry. So the
Oh,
thing,
never
the
mind. I
first
don't even
question
have to
I
do
want
that.
to know, if this four big blind is his standard open size, or if he just changed to it. If he always opens to four, I am a lot more comfortable with your 3-bet here and happily calling off against one guy with the other dead money in the pot. But if he jumped to 4 big blinds, then I think I like the call better.
All right, now we can go. So
he's
I
a
call.
49, 11, 14 is like a 49, 11. Is that what he is?
Yeah.
So he's VPIP is 49, PFR is 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of hands that he doesn't have to, that he hasn't raised.
That changes a
and
little bit. I think a squeeze becomes better against that kind of player, but I'm a little paranoid about his short stack and just
Why-
shoving.
Larry, why do you feel better that he only opens 11% of hand, that he has a bunch of?
yeah, it means he's opening tight.
Yeah, I think that his 49-11 argues more for a call than a raise.
Okay. I see your point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I call, and here was my deciding factor on the call.
Mhm.
One, the 49-11,
Mhm.
0 fold to 3-bet, 0 fold to 3-bet, 0 fold to 3-bet with a bunch of
Okay.
short-ish stacks.
How
Yeah.
many hands do you have on this short stack?
This guy, 282.
That's
Okay.
enough.
And somehow, like, it's enough. He must have caught some lightning a couple times because it says he's winning at 195 big blinds per 100. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like if he had opened and it just folded to me, I probably would have gone for a 3-bet more frequently and just run it against his stack. But we got a couple players here who just don't fold. I didn't feel like playing a massive pot against kind of short stacks out of position. I felt like I could set mine here or see what happens, right?
Hey, there's another alternative here that we have not discussed.
No, I'm not folding, Scotty.
No, we're not folding. No, jamming. Not 3-betting,
Yeah.
jamming.
Yeah, that's not a bad alternative.
That is not a bad alternative. Okay. All right. So you
So-
called.
We get this flop.
All right.
We get this guy who
This is Larry's hand. So let's see.
he's only seen
Play
one
it out.
flop. I've only been here for a few hands.
Yeah. All right. So this is Larry's hand. So let's see
Oh
what
yeah,
comes.
Larry. Okay, how do you want to proceed, Larry?
This often is a draw trying to set its price at this size. I don't think we're folding to this side.
So
I think I call or people get to act.
so then we get boom. I call, min click,
All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but we're not folding.
call. How would you like to proceed?
I would like to call.
And just you're playing for 2 outs, right? You're not. You don't think you have the best hand right now, do you?
Or Larry?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much playing for 2 outs.
Okay, great. For 2 outs, let's see. You're actually 1 out, 1 clean out. For 2 outs, you're getting the odds of pot's going to be 32, so you're going to get 1 in 16. To draw to it without implied odds, you need 1 in 20. You need 22 to 1, which you don't have. And with the implied odds, you do have it, but you're really only drawing to 1 clean out. So you could consider
Well,
the
should we
stupidity of fold.
fold this?
You
to
could
see-
consider it. It's a strong consideration.
What
Okay.
About raising him? Let's see.
We have an aggression factor of 6 with a min click. Somebody who's protecting a jack against a flush draw or a set against a flush draw. Are they ever min clicking this? Or is this maybe a draw? So-
It might be a draw. What does the draw want to do with doing it though? Why is he?
Oh no, but we go chunky.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying for him, why would you? So I understand you said it's. I understand why it doesn't look like a jack, and it doesn't look like a set. So it looks like a draw, but why would a draw do that? That seems like a stupid thing to do with a draw. Oh, to get the turn for free. Okay.
The turn for free.
That's what he thinks he's doing. Okay, good enough. All right. With that in
The
mind,
turn.
Yep.
I see
Sure.
this, and that is basically my exact thought in game.
let's go.
So I go chunky.
All right.
Well, I guess if we now have a jam.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. I don't jam. I do. Essentially same thing. I'm letting him jam. I'm
That's a jam.
Yeah.
so do you want to call, obviously?
Yes, please.
I just didn't very much.
Very weird way to play king queen.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay. So let's to build a model of him in our head. Which thing is he thinking? Is he thinking I'm going to raise in order to get checked to get the cheapest turn card possible? Is he not? Is he thinking these cards are red, those cards are red? That's good, but I don't have anything yet, so I'll raise, but won't raise very big. Or is he not thinking at all? What's our model?
I think you're right. I think that he's got the button and he's going to buy himself a free turn.
Okay,
I think he's thinking my helmet's shiny.
right. I think this is an excellent hand though to show because at least it gives us one model of what that raise meant, because I thought that raise meant nothing. I went, no hand wants to do this. So now I see a hand that wants to do this and why. Okay.
It's weird. With an 11 3-bet, like if he 3-bets this pre, he probably wins because I fold pre-flop.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. There's a shorthand also that gets you to Andy's raise here. So for anybody out here who likes Andy's raise but doesn't think you can find it in game, here's a shorthand that gets there. You see somebody do something that doesn't make a lot of sense, and you go, I don't know what his hand is, I don't know what his range is, but what does he want? When he raises to 2, he wants it to be cheap. Therefore, I don't want it to be cheap. So that's a thought process that can lead you towards these lines, which is thinking about what does the other guy want based on his bet? What is he trying to accomplish? I don't want him to accomplish that. It's not enough to make it, but it's enough to suggest it.
And that was kind of my thought process. When I see this min click, I'm like, what the? I was like, he just wants to get to a cheap river.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I said, I don't think a jack ever does this size.
It's a crazy size for a jack. All right.
Right. Let's see any other super fun ones. Let's see. No, that was not a good one. Maybe. Oh, this was a fun one.
Hello.
Who's up?
Hello. Let's do the break. Let's definitely do the brake pads. Yep. Yeah. If it's time to do those, definitely do them. All right. All right. Thanks, man. Hello. All right. Jack deuce suited.
Who wants to take this one?
This next one is, I will tell you who this is. This is Mike.
Ah, all right. I like a complete here too. I've been completing flushing and straight cards versus these initial limper type stuff.
Then we get a min click, a call, and back on us.
Yeah, just complete it and
Take a peek, right?
yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm not leading, so I just check. Okay, I like that you actually have two callers, to be honest, and I would call. I'm just
Let's see if that's what I do. I don't think it is. I don't think I call here.
I love a call here.
Oh, I did call here. Okay.
The second
Initial
guy
gut.
your instinct when the guy calls with a player behind is that his range should be even stronger than a standard calling range. And with two players turning this into a bluff, going neither of them has a king, is even less profitable. This is a great call.
yeah, and I like a raise less because of their short stacks.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't check raise. I think if we had more stack depth, I would have.
Yeah.
But we get there. How would we like to
Okay.
What
Yeah,
happens
so
if?
Now that we're here and we get here, um, I am tempted to now just start leading against these types of players. If they were, if you were somehow in this situation with good thinking players, I don't think leading is as good. But we are against two, what I'm going to assume are pretty fishy players. And I think
35-6 and a
leading and
55-6.
yeah, and leading and building the pot to be able to get the what is left of their stacks in. And I'm assuming we're only going to get one of them as well. It's pretty rare that we would get two of them. So I think I would consider leading. And I would lead like small-ish, like half pot maybe. And that should get us set up to do something good on the river.
So I check.
Yeah.
And I think my thought on the check was a better chance that somebody's gonna keep betting multi-way.
Yeah, I just feel like
Um,
somebody with the king and that sort of thing will get scared and not put money in. That's my only worry.
yeah, I think my thinking was if we change the positions a little bit, right? Where I'm in the big blind, the other double caller is the small blind, and the original pre-flop raiser is under the gun. So basically we just rotate it one. Then I would probably consider a lead more. But with the original razor right beside me and the caller right after him, and me to act last after that action, so to speak, I felt like a check was probably a little better. I don't hate the lead though. I don't hate it at all.
Here's a nice thing about the check. If it goes check, bet, raise, you could think about folding.
I can.
No way.
Check bet
Like I'll
raise and you
think
don't
like
consider. Well, yeah, I guess there's only 50 big blinds, so.
Consider
But
it.
yeah,
yeah, it
I'll
doesn't matter.
consider. I'll think about folding while I'm clicking call.
Okay, that's fine. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Check, check, check.
That's
Eh,
sad.
this
Right.
is why.
But here's the one thing about this line that's not terrible. So the amount of money that Mike wanted to get in with a small bet and then a bet on the turn, you're allowed to just bet that amount of money now and dare a king to call you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is like on the turn. On turn, it's such a beautiful spot to donk because they have so many hands like that can. They have. Imagine how much hands are pair plus flush draw and king X that are going to continue, and you're
King,
not going to get paid as
king,
much on the river.
king queen with a queen of diamonds.
Yeah, like you're getting paid
With a raw
everything.
ace of diamonds. Yep, yep.
I slightly disagree with
Right.
Mike too, and I would probably overbet the turn. I probably wouldn't have gone half pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, even pot size is good. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'd probably go 15 at the minimum. I'd probably go 17 in game.
Given the line, how much would you like to bet here, Mike?
Given the line, I think I am going to. I want to consider if there's anything that will bet now because if we bet, it's going to be rare that we get raised. So I'm trying to think if we can check and get bets. And I just don't know if that's going to happen enough. So I'll go. I'll probably do like 80, beat like a just under pot. I mean, you could probably go pot too. I just know that that's a scary size for people. We're still going to get called by a king. So yeah, I mean, I think that's
Go
fine.
10 bigs and they get jammed on.
Whoa.
Was he really slow playing a better flush there? I
Unlikely.
mean, I guess it's possible, but you can't fold, obviously.
Perfect.
We call, you got ace nine. Wow, I turned it into a bluff. There you go.
Yeah.
The bluff people know about. Now you play it the
It's a
other
good
way.
thing he had all that stack depth behind to make you fold.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Now, if you look at it at let's play it out the other ways. Mike's small bet there, he obviously calls.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't raise, but the difference is he probably doesn't bluff the river at you
True.
Right.
because you've really made it clear I do have a flush. I'm not.
You can't show villain fives cards, can you?
No.
Okay.
No, this is on Stars for a
Yeah.
little bit longer.
Right.
I have found though, since they announced the merger,
Mhm.
a lot of the good reggie players and got rid of the rake back. A lot of the good reggie players have already left Poker Stars. So the games have gotten much softer in the last week or so.
I was
Nice.
just gonna ask that because I left like immediately, and now I'm looking
Yeah.
at your play, and I'm like, oh man, I'm missing out.
The games have gotten like and fold the button is back.
All right, so we're here. So in this line, if Mike's small bet, he obviously calls. On the river, when you bet again, he probably folds, and he probably doesn't try to bluff raise you when you've bet twice, right?
Right.
Okay. In Brian's line, where he bets big on the turn, this guy
He
calls
definitely calls.
a lot of calls.
The
Pair
question is,
plus
what does
bluff.
villain 5 do too? I
Yeah,
think if villain 5 has a king, he probably calls one time
yeah.
on that
Yeah.
turn.
And Brian's line, we bet big. What are you talking, Brian? Like 20 bigs?
I was gonna say like 17 probably, but yeah, and between 15 and 20 would be probably the sizing I would use.
The possibility with like a 17, 20 big blind bet that villain one just jams it on the turn.
I mean, that's also possible, yes. I mean,
Right.
I actually, that's
Not when
not, that
villain
would,
five call, but not if villain five calls. That's crazy. You think that he's going to get villain five to fold a king
true.
Right.
there with all the extra money after he's already put in 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now remember, we're talking about his specific hand he has. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot
There's
of combos that these two players have that
right, but now that
Yeah,
we
go
know,
different
results wise.
directions.
but now that we
Uh,
know it, I'm just
We
looking
got
of the lines.
we also have to remember we have a 55-6 and a 35-6. These
Yeah,
players can barely spell combo.
yeah. So with that in mind, I also expect that villain five does not have a king because
yeah,
it went check, check, check on the turn. You made the 9 big blind, 8 big blind bet on the river, and he just folded a king.
yeah, he probably doesn't have it.
Yeah, he probably does.
Um,
He probably had he probably had a nonsense C bet.
I think not in the, I think this time we got paid much more, but I think most of the time we can get paid more by doing a big donk on the turn.
Mhm.
Because I think there's
Yeah.
just so many hands that continue, and a lot of well, now also I do have to say that never I can't say that definitely when you have an aggression factor of a 6, that maybe it's not a terrible idea to like in to try and induce and get them to blast off on you because they are capable. But against most players, I would say that are an aggression factor of 6. I'm gonna go for a massive size on the
No, we
turn.
have an aggression factor of 2 and on villain 5 and 1 on
Oh,
villain.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
okay. Then I definitely like
That
to
was
just
the last
overbet the turn.
player, the last hand that had the aggression level with the min click on the flop.
right.
Hmm. Then I definitely would prefer to just go big. Yeah, because if they're super aggressive, then I really like this play. But if they're not, then it's probably better to just go big on the turn and target all the hands that like ace nine suited, queen nine suited, all that stuff that's just not folding. Queen nine offsuit, I mean, has a queen of diamonds or an ace of diamonds is not folding to a big size. It isn't always going to bluff raise the river.
Yeah. All
Right.
right. Up next is Rob.
All right, let's go. Ooh. Um, maybe we can just go through.
Whoa.
All right, Rob, how would you like to proceed?
Yeah, with a pair, I think I'm gonna call this.
Yeah, and you'll know who this player is, and you're definitely not folding a pair to his button raise.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I could three bet because they limped prior, but I don't know. It's yeah, I the call. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd probably call.
I call. And we go super multi-way.
Wow.
How would you like to proceed?
I'm gonna check. We have like one hand with this guy. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a weird bet. I'm gonna call it and get some more info.
You
Okay.
just donk.
Yeah, he donked. Our pre-flop razors back here, and he donks.
That seems like a good card to just check again.
All right, what would you like to do?
You know what? He donked. He donked the flop, so I think I'm gonna do a check call.
Okay. Do you
Because he
ever
might
think?
like I'm putting him with something like ace king, ace queen, like I don't know, ace something, ace something
Do
ridiculous.
you ever
Yeah.
think about going kind of turning these sevens into a bluff?
No, because I don't think I need to. I think if he bets under pot, I can just scoop it. Um no, I honestly, yeah, is that a am I right? Probably not, but I might, yeah, I think I would check and then get more info and maybe raise, yeah, maybe raise if it's a small enough bet. I'll get more info after I check.
Yeah, you're right, but I decided to bet right out.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Not saying any. I
No,
like
yeah.
Ryan's check to check raise.
Right.
Well, it
He's
depends,
Yeah,
but
turning that showdown value into a check raise bluff.
because what is
Right.
part of
No.
his range that donks is weak 8x that isn't going to bet the turn when a 9 comes off. So now we check, and if he comes out and bets small, we just blast his ass off his 8, and if
Right.
not, then
That's what I was thinking is if he has
And
an
if it,
eight or, something like that,
Yeah.
he's gonna bet accordingly, and then we'd probably raise that. And if it's high, yeah, yeah.
and when it checks through, that's great too. You get to take your
Right.
showdown.
Well, sure.
Yeah, and he
so
had an ace five off.
He
And he
called with
called you.
worse.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah. So
I gotta get back on Poker Stars.
exactly. So this play shouldn't have worked. Congratulations on it working. You are the best player in the world, and you did a perfect read against him. I want to talk about one thing about Brian's check to check raise, which is the hands that you should consider check raise bluffing on the river are exactly hands like this one. Hands that
Showdown
when
value.
hands that when it goes check check you win, and when it goes check bet you don't win. But something about his play tells you that he is thin value and cannot withstand a check raise. But you're better not donking them out, because against the hands that you just beat, they fold that would have bluffed, and against the hands that beat you that you might be able to blast off with a big thing, they tend to call. This is the very, very rare situation where he called with worse.
Yes, I am 100% in agreement. By the way,
Yeah. So perfect read on this particular guy in this particular time. But the thought of checking this with the look to check raise depending on size is a really good play. These are exactly the
Absolutely.
that you want to do that with. And now, two things about the categories of this hand. When we go to the next step, whether this hand is the better check raise hand, I would say that it is not the better check raise hand because of its diamond heart categories. So it blocks two of the instafolds. I think it is good because it blocks the 6-7. And for those of you who say blockers don't matter, I said after the other considerations.
True that.
True that. Yep. There we go. All right. After Rob, it is. Let's make sure of anything. Has everybody gone? Rodney went. Everybody is gone, right? I had to pick up on Blair. I had to pick up on Sutton's gone, and we had to pick up Mike and Rob. That's true. Okay, then we're up.
gone yet, Scotty?
Oh right, I got to go one of yours. I'll take this one. So me, and then we'll go back to the top of the list. All right, here we go. Ace Deuce. What is his limp? Do we know what his open limp frequency is, or just that he's a 54? He's a 54-5. 54-5.
And he'll limp call 71.
All right. Well, I'm fine. I don't care if he limp calls. I'm fine with him calling. I am going to ISO to 4.5. Oh no, he does it 71. I'm going to ISO to 6 or 5.5 to see what his pain threshold is. And I'm also okay with a call behind. I like this better. And I hate a fold.
The guy we were trying to ISO is the only one that folds. Even better, right?
All right. So we're in position in a bloated pot that's easy to play. This is going to be easy. Fold. Oh well. Great fold. Great fold, great raise. Everything about this hand is good.
We'll
All right.
take this one since that one was kind of lame, Scotty.
I'll take this one. Raise 2.5. 3. Fine.
So this table is specifically 30 NL. I don't start using 2.5 sizing until 50 NL and above.
Great.
I use the three bigs and 30 NL just because people tend to overcall and then fold too much to C bets. So I'll get that extra.
Love the adjustment. Okay.
We get three bet to
right.
a
Okay.
weirdly small size.
Right. Really small size. So, I think folding is a bad idea to this size. I think calling is good, and I think raising is not better than calling. So let's call.
We call. We get another overcall.
All right. This hand's going to be easy to play too.
Now we can see.
If he bets, I'm calling. If he checks, I am probably okay. We call. I don't need a raise. Great, fabulous. Folding is bad. Calling is fine. Raising is okay. Raising is okay, but unnecessary. I'm in position. I can put the rest of the money in on a check if I want to. I can get there. I think calling is the best option of the three. I didn't say.
So did I.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't list out why those things were true because they are painfully obvious against his range. All right, great. Let's see if he jams. He checks. All right.
I'm frustrated because I was in a hand on another table and I think I timed out. I did.
Okay. I want to bet here. And now, but for that bet, what do I think his range is now? I think his range does not include ace jack, aces, kings, queens, or aces, kings, queens, or jacks.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay.
Three sixes on the board.
Oh, then they don't fold full houses. Jam.
Yes, and like I said, I timed out and
Right. He has a pair or he doesn't. Jam.
right. Yeah, he's never folding a pair, and he's always folding everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. And the reason I'm jamming is because he only has 48 left. I'm
He
not gonna
might have
try-
called though. He doesn't fold the river very often.
He might have called ace king. There is a bet size that is small enough that an ace king would call, but I think it gives up too much value against a 9, against his pocket tens. I just think we have the best hand here all the time.
Yeah, if I was gonna jam, that was my intent.
Yep, I like it. All right. Up next is we loop back to looking in this order. Okay. So Scotty, Andy, Larry, Mike, Brian.
Okay. Folds. 3K hands. I am not good at reading stats. What is this player's tendencies?
He is a 32 VPIP with a 23 PFR, a 32 RFI, a 2 aggression frequency. He folds to 3 bets 43% of the time. He 4 bets 10% and folds to 4 bets 50%.
Right.
Fold to 3-bet 10%, and we have a
43.
fish to our 43. Oh, and we have a fish to our left, right?
Yes.
Oh,
But
that's
it's a
true.
short.
Who never 3 bets.
Who never 3-bets. Oh man, if he folds you're in between here because you kind of like that with the short stack. It's not great. I don't really care that much. I shouldn't care that much about dragging him in, but he's gonna make the most mistakes, and then this guy's gonna fold a lot. So I honestly would go half and half. You can 3-bet or actually call. I don't. I would say folding is a punt here.
I don't remember what I did, but I think I'm just gonna call because of the fishy player. I did.
I'm trying to decide whether I want to do that with only 50 big blinds, and I'm trying to decide whether that's worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is either one. Do you have an edge against button? But you're out of position. It doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, let's just call. I think
Yeah,
calling's
but
fine. Let's drag in the
Button's a
fish.
fish.
Oh, button's fish. Okay, let's just drag.
Minus
Let's.
45 big blinds per 100 over 3K hands.
Oh shit. Okay. Then you're at. Let's just call. I like call. I like a call. Um, all right. So now we check, and then he checks, and then this guy checks through. He's capped. The guy to your left is uncapped. Let's check again. There's no reason to bet here. Now it goes check, check, check. Okay, you have the best hand a lot of the time here. Um, do we go for thin value here? What are their ranges? I think that four has some sort of showdown value a lot of the time here when he doesn't come out with stab to turn, which actually makes me. Ooh. Do either of them have an ace to get to this line? I'd say it's unlikely. I mean, I think that the less likely person to be holding an ace is villain 29 because the queen pairs and maybe he doesn't come out and bet all of his aces when the queen pairs with one player left to act. So let's check actually.
I think I ended up betting.
I don't hate it either. It's just that I think
But
we
I
get
did think basically that same thing. The only one who possibly has an ace is 29. I don't think either of them ever have a queen.
yeah, I think that all the queens come out and bet on the turn. We get called by him. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
what worse calls though? That's like, I
that's
mean, are
that's
you?
the pro that's my problem with it is that a seven maybe.
Yeah, we
Um,
may get a full we may get a fold from nines or tens, maybe.
see
Nines,
what
tens.
I think we get to take our showdown here a lot is what's good.
Yeah. I could have saved myself five big blinds and taken my showdown. I don't think
Yeah,
if he didn't I don't think he would have bet, or if he bets, I mean, I guess I can maybe call it.
I wouldn't even I don't know if I'd consider calling.
You don't think so?
Well, it
If
depends
it
what
goes
size he
check,
uses.
he bets five or six bigs, he
This guy,
folds.
five or
Yeah,
six
you could
bigs.
fold.
I would say it's a folder raise spot then, and I'm trying to figure out if I'd wonder. I think he has no queen X. The best hand he has is ace X. Is ace X going to fold after we only tell him once? Is the question. We'd have to jam his stack all in, which
He
it's
may still
questionable.
call off.
Yeah, so I would say this is a good spot to just take showdown because I think that it's just the only person that could have an ace is 29, and 29 is not folding with 56 big blinds. So,
No.
well, they might actually. There's only nine big blinds in the pot, but yeah, I don't know. I like a check here a lot.
Yeah, and I would check fold too.
Yeah.
So this is two opportunities here where I thought there were two very clear three bets: the 7-7 hand and this 8-8 hand to
I
a
kind of
to an aggressive good player on the button. These are well within three bet ranges
I
for
agree with
for us.
you. I think that it's not worth dragging 29 in when he only has 50 big
Yeah. The
blinds.
the eight this hand for sure probably should have been a three bet. The sevens, I can go either way. I'm okay with going either way on the sevens. Um
I just think we need to think about it like this. The whole point of calling here is because we want to drag somebody in, but dragging in a fish that only has 50 big blinds, we drag them in because they make 100 big blind mistakes. And if they
right.
don't have 100 big blinds to make that mistake, it's not a big deal. We don't
Right.
need to
Why don't
drag them in.
right. Why let them get in with nine jack if they're not
Yeah.
if they exactly.
So we three. I think folding's a punt. I think it if he had like 120 big blinds behind, I don't mind a call actually, but we're still out of position, which kind of sucks. I think his hand's good enough to three bet from a button open.
This hand is definitely good enough to three bet for a button open. Roll back to the 7-7 for a second, because I agree with Mike and Brian that this is a three bet here, and I would not have even thought about the fish in the big blind because I'm not in that habit, and I should have, and then I should have looked at it and said, and for 50 big blinds, I'm gonna
It's not worth it.
right now
Yeah.
this one here, limp raise here. I'm the only one who folded these sevens here. And Mike threw you guys all three bet the sevens.
Yeah, I wanted to squeeze this three
Right,
with this here
right.
to it. And again, it's because the player on the button
Yeah.
is a good aggressive player. Even to a normal, if he just opened to 4x,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
It's-
three betting
This
sevens.
is a better. Yeah, you're right. This is still a good three bet.
So
I'm wrong.
yeah, this guy's actually super fishy.
But he's aggressive fishy, right?
Yes. I mean, he is losing at minus 46 big blinds per 100 with 3K hands.
Yeah, my gut
Part
says
of,
he's just opening way too wide.
yeah,
Yeah.
part of what's good is that he does fold too to three bets against like that other guy. Like, you can three bet. You want to three bet more if he's going to fold more.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I would say, I know that I was like, I'm not, I said that there's two options is to call and three bet. I think folding's a punt in this spot. And I think that three betting is probably the better option when he only has 58 big blinds behind. I think if he
And
has more,
if he was 15-10, I would consider folding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah. Folding to this guy in this position is a punt. I still don't think the folding of the sevens is a punt. It may not be the biggest stop. You may not be getting the
it
best
is
stop.
different. It's different when he ISOs,
Even
obviously.
though when he ISOs, you can cut off the bottom of his. So when the button raises, the small blind the small blind alone is raising sevens most of the time, but it's a zero EV raise. Everything has to go right for it to be profitable. Because sevens fold sometimes. The sevens fold a sliver of the time to him. When he does an ISO, you can take out the bottom of his button range. Look at what an actual button range is, and then convince me that this guy is ISOing with. I mean, let me steal the screen to make this just to make my point real clear. Okay. So this is a three big blind button raise. Okay, this is the buttons range. Now, you tell me that he is ISOing Queen 4 suited, Jack 5 suited, 10-6 suited, King 7 offsuit, these hands, all these bottom hands, and not just letting them go this time. Do you think he is?
No,
Do you think he's going wider than this because of the limper? Like he's jumping in with the ace 6 suited to take it away
no,
from the other guy's got to be
no.
weak.
I don't think he's going wider than this.
Okay, he's not going wider than this.
I think he is.
Okay. You do or don't?
I do on the button.
You think
His raise with previous his ISO he ISOs 56% of the time on the button.
okay.
Ooh,
He ISOs 56% of the time on the button. Well then.
Yes.
Okay, against that, then I changed my mind. All right. Let's just for fun, just so we view this. This is what 56% of hands looks like. Holy God. All right, there we go. Hold on. Okay, let's do that. 56, add. Okay, so there's the range. If that's his range, 7-7 is crushing this range. Yeah, okay. If you believe that and you have good data to show that, then you are right. The 7-7 is a raise there. Okay, good enough. I'm done. Next hand
Okay.
is after Brian. It is
As we can see, his raise with previous limpers on the button 56%.
gotcha. All right, then we are. Then I love your three bet with sevens there. All right. After Brian, we go back to the top. Larry. Everybody's gone this round, right? We only have Larry, Mike, Rob, Scotty, Andy, Brian, and Larry again. Yep, that's who's here.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we can complete. Folding's fine too. All right. We'll check. I think we call one.
Do we ever think about any other options?
I would with a
Folding.
club, but without a club, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't think so either.
We can consider folding if you want
Yeah,
another.
me too.
I think
Yeah, that's a
raises.
side. That would be a side call right there. I'm like, ah,
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
thrilled.
Yeah, I don't see any good reason to raise this hand.
And we can check. I don't see if he polarizes. Huh. I think your options are check, raise, or fold. Yeah, I think check raise is in there.
Probably should have gone bigger.
And we get a call.
Right. You can't trust that your check raise is going to make. You need to do it twice to get the fold because all of his pair hands that have a club call you once. So
Yeah.
you don't
And
expect.
now we get
this
to
should-
pretend we have a set.
Yeah, this
And
needs to be a 2-street bluff. If
I
you're
would bet 30. I would go bigger.
14.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to fold out a singleton club. You're just trying
Yeah.
to fold out
Yeah,
the
single club or maybe like a jack with a club or
That's not getting a
Jack for
jack with a club.
14. I don't know. We'll see.
I
This
would,
is Valley of Brian.
Yeah.
he's-
What are we trying to
yeah,
get to
I
fold?
would choose a bigger size.
It's up to it's just whether you're trying to what you're trying to target to fold. I think you can go smaller to fold out a singleton club, and you got to go bigger to fold out everything else.
Right.
yeah, that was that middling size that was not good.
Right. And here's how we know it. It's not just that he called you with a queen four. If he calls you with a queen four, he's going to call you with a jack king. They're the same hand. They're
Right.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, I see your point that we are targeting different parts of his range. And he very well may never fold a queen, but I think we get a very bad queen like this to fold on a paired board with a flush
I'm
more
wrong.
often if we use a very large size.
No, we don't, unfortunately, Larry. The thing that I didn't look at. Queen four is the same as queen 10.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
valid. You've got a
So
good
that
point.
that six with a jack fucks up our bets against queens, and we either need to give up or we need to bet even bigger.
I mean, and the reality of it is the player who limps in with queen four offsuit.
Yeah.
Is not folding a queen. I didn't limp in to make top pair and fold it.
You did for 40. One of the things
Maybe.
about bad players like this, I didn't limp into fold. They also get scared of giant bets.
True.
They say, "I know you're bluffing, but I'm not calling 55."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
prefer
happy.
a massive overbet here. I think that
Yeah, I'm not happy at all with my sizing here.
it achieves more.
Yeah.
But what the most efficient sizing is kind of based on what we're trying to fold out.
If you're just
So
going for a club, then it's 10. And if you're just going for, I mean, even less than 10. If you're going for more than a club, it's not 15, it's 30 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Who's up?
Larry, it is Mike.
okie dokie. Raisy daisy. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Not been aggressive. Super loose passive, we're betting. Let's go on the kind of large size, which, kind of wouldn't, yeah, like that. I think that's great because I think we're deviating and we're deviating for a reason.
Yeah,
Maybe,
because he only folds 26% of the time to see bet.
and he doesn't aggress. And he's super wide, so he has all of every possible draw combo that he has all of that, and he will call.
What about bigger?
Yeah, no, bigger for sure. I think this was the
Like,
smallest you should go, what we did there. And I was thinking pot minimum
if he
or,
never
or, or
folds the C bets,
pot like normal.
yeah, if he never folds the C bets, let's go fucking big.
And you could talk me into overbetting, but it just starts scaring them, I think. So
Yeah. I think at the minimum, I feel like you go pot.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a
And
huge
I probably
that's a huge deviation from GTO. There's probably no overbets out of position on this board.
Yeah, no, I think this
In
is
GTO.
almost probably a check range.
But I'm fine. But
Yeah,
I'm
this
fine
is
with
probably a range check GTO.
yeah. But I'm fine with deviation for your reasons given.
Okay. Because his range is still really wide, do we want to, can we still get value? And I think the question is yes. Will we get, did what we do kind of minimize these queen outs that he might have had? And probably to an extent, I would continue betting here. I might, actually, I might check. No, geez, I think I would continue betting.
I think
Because
you
we're
still
I
have
still
did
going to
check.
get value from a lot of what he has, and the queen really shouldn't be too much of a problem for you.
A few combos, but I think you can still go for value.
Yeah.
how about a bet of like 7, 8, 9
Yep.
in that
Yeah.
range, foldable
Perfect.
raise.
I love that size.
Yeah.
So
You have
I
to
like to check.
decide.
Yeah, and I could see why why you would check. And we're sitting here with 2020 hindsight, obviously knowing like being able to think through it a little bit more. I think check is like kind of your natural instinct at the time.
Yeah.
But when we think about it, I think you can get value still, whereas the queen is not too much of a problem for you.
Mhm.
All right.
So we would check and six pairs, which is not ideal. Um,
Let's go.
I would use a block bet size here.
Yep. And fold to a raise.
And I would call. I would call this.
Yep. Right.
Checked with the plan when the check on that river. I do remember the check was I was checking the plan on calling. Like I have enough
Good.
showdown. If it checks, I win. There's a lot of things I still beat when he bets.
Good.
He
You beat some of
floats
his perceived value. He could bet
if
10
he
jack.
if he floats 75% pot on the flop, do we think he calls pot?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You
I mean,
call
he's calling ace three.
7%.
He's calling ace three off. No
Well,
pair, no draw, no hope. To a
that's what I'm saying.
B66. Like,
That's like if he's calling that much with ace three, do you think he folds the pot? Like he might not. It might just be a
No, I don't think he calls ace three.
he called it just now. I
Yeah, but
mean,
he
I don't
called it
know.
on the flop. Like that's
Yeah,
and he's
that's
got
what
the
Well, we
back
didn't do
doors.
it.
Brian's
that's what I'm
saying.
talking about on the flop. I'm saying
We
like,
go back to
do
the
we
flop.
just go bigger on the flop if he's gonna float this much?
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh
this
yeah,
this
for
is I
sure.
feel like we should probably just if he's floating like what's the difference here between 66 and pot if he's calling with ace three offsuit with no pair no draw?
Yeah.
Right.
Like maybe he just calls pot. So maybe we
Yeah.
just go pot here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Get a little extra value.
Yep. And then again, if we had gone pot and and he had folded and we looked at the hands because we could, we would have all said, yeah, but he wasn't calling it. He wasn't even calling a third pot with ace three, anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Man, the difference is he calls 20 he folds to C bet 26% of the time.
Yep.
He
Yep.
calls all the time.
And let's note his aggression factor that even with these stats, he still bluffs river.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be bluffing river. I expected him to be overvaluing a 10 or an 8.
Yeah. Yeah. That was I kind of figured he'd have like a 9, 10, 10 jack, something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like an 8, 9, 7, 8.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So
No, he had a
he did bluff.
complete airball.
Complete bluff. All right.
And just I just did a quick. I just put the flop
Rob.
in. That is a range check for us.
No, we're actually gonna let Brian play this one and then Rob can go.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
got my
kidding. Rob
hand.
can go here, but
All right, Rob. Rob, you're
Oh
up.
no, he can take this one.
This is my hand.
this is
I don't know
Brian's
what to do
hand.
on this,
Yeah.
man. Take it, Brian.
We got this is so shitty. We got fucking 39 big blinds behind. I'm just gonna complete. It doesn't make sense to raise here. All right,
So
he
given
checks.
so pause.
Oh yeah, this is why you play 3-5 suited right here.
I have a question
Like
for
why
you, though, which is given the rate considerations, even with only 39 big blinds, do we really change to limping it and not just folding it? Given the
I
rate,
mean,
you're not going to play it. Shouldn't you still be on raise?
It's 3-5 suited. It's the nuts.
Right. So then raise it. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. From the small blind, 3-5 suited is a raise normally. It's right at the bottom. And then you're saying, but he's only got 39 big blinds, so I don't have all the implied odds I need for a 3-5 suited.
Oh
Why?
no, I want to do it because I want to have stacked up to push him around. I don't want to make the
You're
pot
keeping it.
bigger.
Oh, okay. You're playing it a different way. Okay, that's a good reason.
I'm not doing it because of implied odds. I'm doing it because I'm
Right.
not going to be able
Okay.
to push him around if I start making this pot bigger.
Right. Okay. That makes total sense.
Which looks like I'm not going to need to be able to push him around, so we're just going to go bet, 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 try and get it all in. We're going to overbet the flop. We're going to go for oh, boo,
Yeah.
boo. He bets. All right, that's good. We're check raising then, right? Okay, there we go.
So then
And what
that's
does he do? All right, he
Calls.
calls. What is his range? He has some 10x. He has single pair hands and he has single club hands. He could have two pair actually. He could actually still have two pair here and because he is scared of a flush.
yeah.
So
Look
honestly,
at this beautiful turn card.
I hate
yeah,
that turn card.
it now brings in a four liner, which
That might.
um
Yeah.
Ooh, what is his range? He called a
Well,
check raise. We're gonna assume that he's gonna have a lot of pair plus flush draw here. I
mhm.
would say is a large portion of his range. So we're gonna overbet here. I don't know. Do we just jam it here? Like, do we?
If you jam it, you're really isoing yourself to an 8 and sets, and of course better flushes, but fuck better
Well,
flush.
yeah, but you're also not getting paid by all of his pair plus flush draw on the river a lot of the time, or are his singleton club hands
It's
that just
gonna
aren't gonna pay.
pair plus flush draw, unless it's a good flush draw, is not gonna love the four liner.
He called a check raise.
He did. All right.
He called a check raise, so that filters his range to be pretty
Yeah.
strong here. So I'm going to say that we're at least over betting here,
Okay.
but he's going to go.
B66. Bigger. If he had a deeper stack, I probably would go for an overbet.
Yeah.
But I figure even if he calls, it's going to be 34 with 20. He's going to have a little more than half pot.
Right.
Yeah, I was just thinking
And
about playing two streets. Like I probably check
yeah,
raise to a bigger size on the flop and jammed all the turns, but that's okay.
Yeah. If you go bigger on the flop, then the turn jam is much better.
This is kind of a beautiful card. Every once in a while we get smoked, but it's going to be a lot harder for him to lay down a 10 here. So
Yeah.
jam.
And it's gonna be harder for him to lay down a pair that isn't a 10.
Yep. And he looks and sees that we have the nuts.
Yeah.
And we had the best hand pre-flop in poker, and we just won 80 big
he had
blinds.
9 deuce offsuit.
Yeah. If
That's
you
an absurd call.
if you play the if you play the other line, if you play the other line, um,
Was he drawing dead
he
on the
folds
flop?
pre-flop. Yes, he's going down the flop.
Goes into the flop.
If
Oh man, he's drawing dead. Yeah, he's drawing dead on the flop.
yeah,
To
um,
except to 8, 9 of clubs.
Yeah,
for
he's drawing to a
shot,
chop.
going to a shot. Um,
No, 8-9. Oh yeah, because 8 out of 10's out there. That's right. So yeah, he needs running 8-9 of clubs to chop.
yeah. Um, so if in this case, if you had raised pre-flop, normally he just folds. You don't get any of this in this configuration. So yay. If you overbet the flop. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. He bet it, and then we did the check raise.
He calls an overbet.
He's got a straight draw and the two of clubs.
He's got a nut flush
The fact
draw
that he called
and
the
a
fact,
straight draw.
the fact that he called the check raise,
This
he's
flop.
going to call the bigger flop. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Technically, the
And
check
then
raise works
calls.
better, gets more money in faster
Right.
here because I would have gone like 4 big blinds, 5 big blinds.
Right.
And then for
then what?
some reason decides, ooh, my 9 with no kicker is good.
This is but
This is good.
that's the
Take
nice thing about
notes.
the 10 parent. The 10 parent helped you get that call from the 9.
Take notes. This is good, high quality play here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right. That was what was that? Who did that? That did Brian
That was
stole
me.
that from Rob? That was
That was
Rob.
me.
Rob's hand,
Rob's up.
though.
Oh, Rob gets the next hand.
All right.
Rob has to play a shit hand like King Jack nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, three is good.
What do you want to do, Rob?
Yeah, I do 2-5, but three is good.
All right. And since you will be familiar with this pool, I will unmask names.
I do not. Yeah, everybody's changed, man. I do not recognize these guys.
It is so fishy now since a lot of the good regs have left.
I cannot believe I'm not on there. I'm such an idiot. I'm going back for like a
I mean,
week.
the lack of rakeback sucks, but
Yeah, but this is ridiculous, man.
So they don't have any rakeback programs at all?
they just ended it because they're merging. Them and FanDuel are merging. So until the FanDuel site goes live, FanDuel powered by PokerStars, they ended the rakeback, the rewards program, which I mean, I had good rakeback. I think I was in the 30% rakeback tier.
That's weird.
All right. All right, here we go.
All right, the let's see. This third guy, he might call me. The other guy probably won't. So I bet like 4.
All right, before you bet the 4, just throw in one question for yourself.
Sure.
It's just the simple, how likely is it? So you have a hand that loves money going in the pot, that's strong enough to bet, and is even strong enough to check raise if you feel like it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to check raise, but you can. So before you bet, just ask the question, how likely is it that this one's getting stabbed behind you?
I don't see it. Let's
I
see.
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
It's a-
I don't see it.
Yep. Exactly.
That's kind of what, yeah.
Yep. I agree.
But I was more worried about a fold, and I think Nasser or whatever is gonna fold. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, so like 4.
Great.
A little smaller.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
I revert to just kind
perfect.
of the standard multi-way because I'm not like super strong. I'm also never folding to a raise here, I don't think.
Multi-way theory, multi-way theory is valid. You want to have a reason to deviate from it, and you didn't see a reason.
Yes.
Well, that's good. What I thought
That's
happened.
a-
And at that 2.97, you're not worried about calling well, you're not worried about
Right.
calling anyways. But
Right.
anyways, so now we called that. So I might push it up a little bit, 7, 8, something like that. 9.
9.6.
Okay, yeah, that's
That's-
cool.
Worst
And
case
again,
of
here
call-
I'm looking at once he's called once, he doesn't fold very often. So I probably could have even gone bigger.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good point. I probably lost some value with that 8.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. Sorry, with this guy's VP, like I'm a little cautious at this point. Um, but I'm gonna bet like 75%. And if he goes crazy, I'm gonna say he's an idiot and he just happened to have a 7.
You ever think about checking here? And
After no, because it's called everything. So I think like I won't feel terrible if I fold a half 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 to 75% bet. If I get more info, but yeah,
I'm not saying thinking checking to fold to a bet.
right, but I just don't think he might bet. Like he might not bet. That's what I'm worried about.
Which he did not.
Right, yeah, I just that's what I'm worried about. So that
He
just
has Jack
okay.
8 offsuit.
Okay, but that was check.
Yeah, check.
Okay, all right. Nice hand.
Ooh.
So on that river, yeah, the question is whether you bet the river there. Let's take a look at how good a player he is. He has a V of 74, right?
Yep.
Then I want to bet 10 and fold to a raise. If he were a better player, I'd worry about betting the 10, about letting him go. You never bet a 7 this size. But
Right.
since I don't think he's thinking that because he's a 74, that's why I'm just looking at that one number and saying, therefore, you are not thinking about you're not doing a hand reading of my size. I can bet 10 and get called by worse kings and maybe get called by the 8, maybe not.
But you don't like betting
I can't hear you, Rob.
about 75% and then folding if he goes ape shit. Do
Uh,
you think you're losing too much by doing so?
I'm trying to get called by a very thin range, and so I may get some folds from what I was. The 75% may start folding the hands that I'm trying to get called by. Remember, I'm not betting 10 to be defensive to keep him from betting.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't
Yeah,
think it was gonna fold to like a half to 7, maybe half. I should have said half.
yeah,
Um,
that's why. So it's like I'm planning on folding to a raise. So the chips I put in there are risk. I have to, yeah, I have to get called often enough. So that's why.
right.
And I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet a size that translates to you never have a 7 here. To someone who's paying attention to that.
Right. So like that makes sense because if I like in my mind, if I bet higher, like what you're saying is I'm gonna fold to like a jam anyways. So why not bet lower and then
And make
fold
it
to a jam anyways, and then I have, I
right,
save some chips,
right, and
right?
make it
Get
easier and
called
make
by
it
a wider range.
right and make it easier for hands that
Right. That too,
jack in.
exactly. Gets called by a wider range as
Yeah,
well. Like I have
exactly.
more, yeah, more value
That's
as
the more
well.
important part is getting called
Right,
by a
right.
wider range. Both of them. Okay, great. All right, up next is that was Rob. It's me. I got pocket queens. I'm raising pocket queens to 3 big blinds.
We're 30 NL, so it is 3 big blinds.
That's why I did it. And I'm getting
Well, these
called.
hands are from this session, so they're kind
Yeah,
of mixed stakes. So
I'm getting called everywhere. All right, great. All right. This hand, this board is likely to get stabbed behind me, and I do not know that I have the best hand at all. Um, and I have no heart. I am going to strongly consider checking and seeing what happens. I believe I have the best hand here most of the time. Okay, so you bet big to find out for sure.
yep.
All right. If I bet there, I would be betting small. I wouldn't be betting big. All right, you get called by everybody. Okay, you get called by everybody. So at the moment that you got called by everybody, you had the best hand.
I remember this hand. I was sick to my stomach,
Right. I give up now. I just fucking give up.
which I do.
I fold.
I
Should have
remember this
rejammed.
hand. What do we think the winner has?
Well, whatever it is, it's less than queen. It loses to queen queen.
Sevens. That's standard. 8-7.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
What the fuck?
And
Yeah.
it's the 8-7 that fucked us so hard because if he plays any better, we can call with our queens,
Yes.
but we can't call when he calls behind.
And even if he didn't, it would still be close, I think. I don't know.
It'd be unpleasant, but we can. When he
Yeah.
calls, though, I mean, you saw how fast I folded the queens.
Yeah. No, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
even if the other guy folds, I think I'm maybe even possibly folding to that jam.
There wasn't a jam.
Oh, it
It
wasn't?
was just a pot size bet.
Yep, it was a pot
Yeah,
size bet.
or whatever it was. Yeah.
But we put a note in. And we actually end up stacking him a couple times later on because of
Good,
his foolishness.
good. I'm not yelling that he's foolishness. It's the 5.33 behind that played terrible.
Oh, we already looked
I
at
mean,
that one.
he could not. It's hard to play that hand worse than he played it on every street.
Yeah.
Well, not on the river. Not on the river. That he didn't
Could
turn
have
it
put the
into.
rest of it in my hand.
Okay. All right. Up
Well,
now.
he only had 5 big blinds
Brian.
back. Like how it didn't go in on the turn.
Right. Brian, it's on you.
Okay. What happens? Raise, 3-bet. Fold, call. Oh God. Is that a jam? It's a
Yeah.
jam? Yeah, let's call.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
gonna win. We're gonna win.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, we knew
Oh,
he
you
was.
looked at the top.
It's the same reason the guy called the queens against me in playing live. Go back to the beginning. It's less true because he only has 40 big blinds, but let's give him aces, kings, or queens here. We go to
hmm
nine. With aces, kings, or queens, does he ever put in a four bet that's smaller than all in to keep us from folding?
Some
Yeah.
sometimes
Sometimes. Does he ever go downsize with ace king to not maximize his fold equity?
no.
So he has more ace king. So if you count the number of ace king versus aces, kings, and queens that he has to start with, some of the aces, kings, and queens played differently. None of the ace kings.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some of his pocket nines do this stupid shit and eights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't mean we folded. I don't mean we played any differently. I just meant that on this run out, I went, oh no, we won. We're not against aces, kings, or queens here very often. All right.
All
Go
right.
back to pre-flop, Andy, and it's got a question for you, or anybody
Yeah.
actually. So you go raise, you go three bet, and now let's say we're operating with 100 big blinds here, okay?
Yeah.
All right, now it comes back to Big Tooth, and he makes it 30.
Oh,
Panic,
God.
panic,
Huh?
panic. Doesn't mean you
Oh,
fold, but
panic. Oh, panic. Yeah.
panic. Yes, that
So
smelled a lot like aces. A guy did this to me uh, where he went not to 30, but it was even worse.
like
He went
27 or 25.
25, 22. And when he had 44, when he had only 44, he put in half his stack in
All these
a
aces.
with a low thing. And I talked to you about this. It was a live hand, so we never saw it. And I folded pocket queens. And then later he told me that it was ace king. I don't know if he's telling the truth, but it would be a weird lie unless you were thinking quite deeply.
Yeah, and the kind of the reason I brought it up is because of
Yeah,
this sort of meta
yeah.
dynamic there is that I do that quite often, especially against like good players. I will four bet ace king to a smaller size when it kind of calls for a jam a lot of the times. So
Nice.
so it's just something to think about. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a snap call in game.
Oh yeah, to the short stack, yeah.
Ooh. Who's I think it's Larry
This
or
is
Mike.
that was Brian. Who got the
Can I
last name?
play a hand? Mine was just an all-in pre-flop.
No, Brian had Jack Jack. Screw him. This is Larry.
All right. All right, fine.
Well, we can let Brian play this one. That was just all pre-flop.
All right, fine, fine. Brian can have
Ah,
Jack.
fuck me, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, ISO calls on the button, get double call. All right, Jack
Ooh,
10.
ooh.
Don't. These are usually stronger hands, heads up, but what is he? He's a
Multi-way.
fishy player.
I mean, they're usually stronger multi-way. Heads up there.
Multi-way, yeah. They're usually stronger multi-way, but I still don't
And it's
put
a
that.
bigger than half pot sizing.
Yeah, it's not bigger. We're just gonna call here and hope that the guy behind us folds. All right, he folded. That's good. All right, now we make showdown value and he checks to us. So what is his range? His range is not 8x. Um, he could have some weak queen X. And what kind of draws can he have here? He
None,
could have,
none.
yeah, he can't really have any. So the question is, do we just turn it into a bluff? I think turning our hand into a bluff is more profitable than taking it at showdown. I think because I think he has enough queen X that is just going to go check, 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 and we're going to lose to it. So I am going to bet, and I'm gonna bet 17 big blinds.
Okay, question here. So you believe that you believe a queen will fold by the river with 70 behind with a pot of 23 now with a 2.5x you think you think a queen will fold by the river.
I think if we go like something smaller here and we jam the river, we get fold from everything.
Okay, good.
Eh, Actually, you're not wrong, Scotty. That's not a terrible point. We might not get folds.
Right. And then there's one other thing. So you say you have no showdown. It's like, yeah, I agree. You have no showdown, but you now
A
have,
draw.
you now have 6 outs to the
Yeah.
ace.
Yeah.
And you get to take
Yeah.
those 6 outs for free when you check behind. Now it costs you 11.5 to get there. But let's see. But that's only if he's not going to fold a queen on the river. All right, let's see.
Yeah. I'm in between whether he folds a queen or not. I think for this size, you give yourself a better chance of getting a queen to fold.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Oh wow,
But
now we
what about
make the worst possible hand. Um,
Yeah.
all right, so consistent thought process. If I had the plan that I was probably gonna rip it on a queen to make it fold, what, dude, is a queen, and I need the queen to call now. Is a queen, um, this is kind of fucked because
It's here?
it makes it different. Yeah, let's go. What is his range that goes check, donk, check, call, check, river? He's got he's kind of got bullshit here most of the time. So let's go smaller.
28. Yay. Perfect size. 0.7 too much.
He calls. Does he have a queen?
Yeah.
He has an 8.
An
Oh,
eight.
oh my God.
Okay, so this guy, no Nuffle weirdness. What the fuck just happened? We should
I
jammed
love
apparently.
I loved your plan I loved your plan. I'm gonna jam the turn, but now I won't on a 10. I'm jamming the turn on an ace. Great idea.
Yeah,
He,
apparently. Fuck.
all right. Was he trapping on the turn? No, because he would have check raised. So what was he doing? Was he afraid that his eight might
Scared
not
of Jack
be eight?
9?
No, that he didn't have the best eight? What is his thought process and does he have one? What was he
You're
thinking?
correct, Skate. I was completely wrong there. They're usually not
So
gonna have
was
an eight
I. I
there.
did when I bet that I'm like, there's no way he's got an 8. What can he possibly have?
I totally agree. I totally
The
agree.
28 was how much is a queen gonna call?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I thought Brian's didn't bet it big enough. Because I thought a queen would call this. And Brian said he's got some bullshit. And his bullshit's folding. So let's target the queen. All right. Skate, you got the next hand.
All right, there we go. I'm done texting. What's up, guys? You got pocket eights on the button. Okay. We're not gonna three bet this. I believe the three bets. Um. Okay, I'm just gonna guess three bets from the button. Start somewhere around. Let's go with something like Tender Jacks. I guess. I don't know. I'm not
So
an
we just
expert.
want to call.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm
I
not
did
gonna.
heavily think about three betting this.
Maybe nines. I don't know. What do I know?
You
I'm
want to go
thinking
in a sec?
call.
I'll tell it to you.
That's
I'll tell it to you when the hand's over.
that's my first intuition. All right. All right. Two overs and no club. I mean, even if we did have a club, this is over like a 50% pot bet, and they're not supposed to go this large. Um, oh, never mind that. They only have 23 bigs, so I believe that they're just gonna like jam the turn or something. So yeah, I'm out of there. Oh, it's multi. I'm sorry, I have my phone. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, it's a fold either way, so even more multi-way, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
I
great.
guess a
Yeah.
flop set and a flopped flush.
Right. And let me do a quick thing, show you something real fast. Let me steal the share and then I'll give it right back to you.
Okay.
We can have Skate take this next one too,
Yep.
since
Yeah. So Skate, here you go. This is this is the hijack has opened for 3. You're on the button. This is what it is at equilibrium. The raises start coming in, as the most prominent feature at Jacks plus.
Yeah.
Um, tens are never folding, and you can, if you change this to jacks are 100% raise and tens are 100% call, that would be an easier strategy to remember and implement, and it would be fine.
Right.
Your eights mixed, a little bit of raising, the calling's fine, nothing wrong with a fold.
Okay, I was kind of on the right track.
Yeah, good. Yep. So just picture, so don't worry about the rest of this range. Just go hijack against the button, and there's your simplification like that. And now let's just look at it. Remember, this is against 3. Under the gun versus the button. Similar, right? A little more calling here, but you can still simplify the range same way. You could do jacks plus and call with your tens all the time, and that would absorb this stuff reasonably. We've seen the hijack against the cutoff. The only other one we need to see. Same thing. Against the cutoff, let's make it tens do all the raising and nines do all the calling. How about that? That's a nice simplification.
Okay.
So jacks plus against the low jack, tens call. Jacks plus against the hijack, tens call. Tens plus against the cutoff raises, nines
Agree that.
call. And then
Yeah.
fold everything else and start and make that simple to start with. All right.
Okay.
Then get more
Okay,
subtle later. Okay.
We
I like
could look at poker coaching's implementable charts and see.
Yeah, but poker coaching's implementables are old. There's
Yeah.
things
That's true. They are really old.
things and they don't specify the rake in the same way. This is with the rakes. This is with the rake specified.
I think I still have them printed somewhere. I don't know what I did with them, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've
Skate,
got
take
them.
it
I've got them on my computer that we could pull up if we ever wanted.
Yep.
Okay.
Take it again, Skate.
Scotty, I wish that you could make math simplified for me one day, but I think that's probably I gotta do my own homework.
If you
Jack,
played limit poker, I could simplify the math in limit poker for you.
oh, limit poker. Yeah, nobody plays that.
I know.
Mm.
I'd be playing that today if I wasn't doing this with you guys.
I want to D-lip but not play it.
There you go. All right.
Unless I'm waiting for another table.
All right, Larry. I mean, not Larry. Skate, you're up.
All right, we got a 1, 2, 3 players in the hands. I don't think that we can't do. Yeah, it's too many players in the hand. Open coming from the low jack. I don't think this is a candidate to a steal candidate. So I think fold, right?
Yeah. It's a great
Don't
fold.
do that.
I know, but this is a great fold. Nobody does it.
This thing sitting in front of me.
This is a
I
great fold.
I like the Psycho Killer reference there too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your motivation for calling me?
We have a whole bunch of fish,
It's Gagapper.
and we're on the button and it's suited. What more do I need?
It's
He's
suited.
priced in.
You need a better hand.
Well,
All right.
here we are. You're right. It's probably a fold, but
Hope you're
I
against.
kind of like these middle suited hands on the button, multi-way. Exactly, Skate. It's
Exactly.
suited.
Yep.
Now the original razor checks. This Stabby, this is one of our super fishy friends from earlier.
All right.
I hope you're against Queen Nine offsuit or pocket jacks. Probably not against pocket jacks on him.
It's feels like either a really good combo draw or a really good draw maybe, or top pair, top kicker, possibly. That's my only 3 guesses. I'm not sure which one is first.
Yep.
Okay, so it's still multi-weight. Yeah. As played, I think still fold because like any one of these other people could have a hand better than mine. Like for example, Queen 9, King 9, Ace 9. There's so many other better hands. There's
Our original razor was first to act checked.
yeah.
The first next to act caller checked.
Yeah, I could see them checking Queen 9
Yep.
and even and maybe possibly even king nine, even that high. So multi-way especially. So I don't think our hand is best here,
Yeah, I don't.
or good enough to continue. It might be good. Don't get me wrong, but good enough to continue in this spot, in this position.
Yeah, I think I got to peel once and kind of assess.
I-
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe with that. Well, no, because it's like even if with that backdoor equity, it's just like so multi-way and so many hands beat us. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
so here's what you have to, so you're probably behind right now, and he's made it 8 instead of 5. So those are what argue for the fold. You've got backdoor spades and backdoor straight, both.
Two
I think
players to
value
act
together.
behind me now that have already checked.
I know. I think with those there, I think it argues for just barely a call. The problem is, it's almost like this, that if you're going to play the Jack 9 suited here and you're going to fold it on this flop, then there's no chance that it was profitable to play it. But I love your instinct, Skate, to fold this there.
Yeah.
But I think you haven't lost enough money yet.
Nope.
And I'm sorry that it's 8 big blinds and not. Also, we're 170 big. We're super deep against him, so that counts as something too.
We're really deep.
We're really deep. All right, here we go. I expect a check. Oh, Jesus Christ!
He's way down.
All right, Skate.
Well, okay, so should we do like a pot odds here real quick or
Yeah.
okay, so pot odds, don't help me. So pot odds, the size of did I forget it?
Look,
Size of the bet. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So you can look on. Given that you have the screen, you need 24% express odds if no more money goes in. Okay. Your flush outs, which feel really good. I don't think you're beaten by a better flush right now. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a better flush draw than you. Your flush outs are 18% of them. Your 9 has a reasonable chance of being good. Your jack has a reasonable chance of not being good. You know, because when you hit your jack, he still has as much ace 9. When you hit your 9, yes, you still lose to ace 9, but he has less ace 9 when it happens. So I
Yes.
feel good about my 9. I feel scared about my jack. I feel great about my spades. And there's 107, and after this, there's still 160 big blinds left if you hit the 9 or the spades.
Yeah.
So with that, I think you need to lose 14 more big blinds.
Those are my
Yeah.
And ace 9, is ace 9 ever taking this size after going B66 on the flop?
No, it's
No,
not. It's not.
never.
No, it's not. Pocket 10s are. King 9 might. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, cause like my brain, the way I think is like it's like start with think about the worst possible scenario and like work yourself from the end back. So I'm thinking, is it enough for me? Is this price? What's my threshold for me to call with this with my hand right now on the turn? Is my thinking.
I think your draw makes it good enough with all the money behind.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to call with this only half pot on the
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Thir-
Less than
only-
that. Not much, but at least
Yeah,
less. Yeah.
13.
Here we go.
This is down again.
Down
All right,
again.
this is good. You have a bluff catching checklist now to go through.
Yes.
Do we see? This is interesting. Like there's times where, and a lot of people like it's kind of a little scary, but like sometimes you turn pairs into bluffs, right? Is this one of those times?
So
And
go through your standard bluff catching checklist. Let's start with Hungry Horse's bluff catching checklist, which is,
Beat value.
do you
No.
beat value? No.
no.
Did
Have
you
I
give
given him rope?
Yes-ish. Because
He's sort of
Yes-ish.
he bet the flop into 3 players, so that's not a lot of
exactly.
rope. But you haven't done anything aggressive,
Yeah.
so
I'm just
your hand doesn't look a lot like an ace right here. So that's good. So that's good. Is the bet large for the game? 20 big blinds. Is that a huge bet?
no, it's not. But at the same time,
Okay.
he could be incentivizing me to do what I.
Absolutely. But let's
Okay.
just as the exercise, we'll start with
Yes.
hungry horses questions.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it large for the game? No.
No.
Is he capable of bluffing? Do we
It's,
know?
I don't know. It's the first time I played against this player. Let's look at the stats. Good question. Okay.
Yes, he is capable. I'll
Yep.
tell you that.
Yep. I say he's capable. Okay. Now, and then the last one on the hungry horse thing is you have a bluff catcher. Is it more profitable to turn your hand into a bluff?
With the bluff catcher, no, it is not.
Sometimes it is. And here's where it might be on this hand.
Huh.
I'll tell you what his hand for value is looking similar to me. It is looking similar to pocket tens, maybe pocket jacks, and various nines that aren't ace nine. That's what it looks like for value to me. Because
See, I don't know about jacks or tens because he didn't 3-bet pre.
right, he didn't 3-bet pre, but not everybody 3-bets jacks and tens every time.
This particular player is 3-betting
Okay.
jacks and tens pre.
Okay.
Do you know I have seen him 5-bet from the small blind with ace 10 off, 5-bet jam.
Okay. In that case, then so he can have a 9 for value here. This doesn't feel like an ace as played. This could easily be, and then the other question is, are there a lot of bluffs? Are there a lot of draws that bricked? And the answer is they all bricked, except for 4 5. No, they all bricked. All the bluffs bricked. All the draws bricked. So when all the draws bricked, you're more likely to bluff catch.
Right, and that was kind of my initial kind of thought, right? When
Yeah.
I mentioned like I shouldn't stray from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Hearts, 8 10, 10 queen, all of which you unblock. By the way, just as a happy side note.
Yes.
So folding is becoming worse and worse. And now the question is raising to get a better 9 to fold even better if you believe he never has an ace?
I think so. That's what I was trying to say. And you put it into pretty much a perspective here. Yeah, like I thought initially that they could have had a really good pair and draw or some kind of really good combo draw. Yeah, it was multi-way, but it's not multi-way anymore. It's heads up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should take into account that they bet into a certain number of players. But yeah, it was it was an open call for a pop pre-flop. It wasn't like anything crazy, right? So we shouldn't like really get too much into our heads there about does he have this, does he have that kind of thing.
And my thinking, I'm right on the edge of do I want to turn this into a bluff? And I think 9-10 or 8-9 get turned into a bluff here, or a hand like 7-8 of spades are more likely to get turned into a bluff here. Although I don't think I ever get here with 7-8 of spades because of the multi-way nature on the flop. I just fold that.
Yeah.
But what size would they? Well, maybe I'm getting too ahead here, but like, what size wouldn't those kind of hands want to go bigger? Like as Scotty was saying, maybe this feels like some kind of weak 9 kind of hands.
This is not 9x.
It's not 9x, right?
I don't think it's 9x because why would 9x continue to go across all 3 streets?
Yeah.
Good
point.
Shuts down.
That means he decided instantly on the turn he's turning 9 into a bluff unless he has ace 9.
Yeah. So what does he
Or
have?
ace 7, which probably doesn't stab the flop. He's got a lot of he's got what, flush draws. He's got sets, which do we think sets take the size?
I don't think they would have taken the small size on the turn and then go ahead small again on the river because they would want to get paid out the money they didn't.
I've been paying complete attention, but this just doesn't feel like a nine. Like,
Yeah.
you know, nines probably a single nine
Okay,
probably
so this
doesn't
is
continue across 3 streets, right?
okay. So let's challenge ourselves. I like guessing hands. So okay. So let's guess what they have.
So
10,
what was it?
8
It
of
was
hearts. 10, 8 of hearts.
10-8 of heart. What was the flop?
Oh shit.
It was on the flop. It was
Jack,
multi-way, and he bets into multiple players for a big size. You call.
Yeah. Like I said, they okay.
All right.
They
So he
have
has flush draws and two pair type hands. Still, he's uncapped.
bro.
So you call.
Not
Right.
many two pair. Yeah, 7-9 is probably the only 9-7 is the only two pair that I see.
Yep.
And not likely because would they really play 9-7 on the
and it's a
cutoff?
32 VPIP.
Okay, then yes, they would play it, but
All
yeah,
right.
they would play
So
it. Fuck it. All right, go
what
ahead.
is
Does
all right? So
9-7
now
ever take this size here?
No.
9-7
No.
probably sizes up.
Never.
So he doesn't have two pair, right? And he
Excuse
doesn't
me.
have a set.
Excuse me. Keep going, Brian. I got a call. I'm gonna be right back.
All right. So
Thank you.
everybody else put while Brian's saying the thing, put your answer in the chat. I want to see everybody's answers in the chat. Call, raise, or fold. Those are your options. And if you raise, what size?
River,
So we
do I have to
call
put my
here.
answer too?
He
No,
goes
we're going to get
13,
your answer in a second.
and now he goes 20. He's got a missed flush draw or straight draw. I think this is a call. I don't think we need to turn it into a bluff. I don't think this is 9x. Like I don't think this is 9x. Just seems weird that they would take this line with 9x. It could be 9x, but I would say that
Mike's folding.
Mike's
I know,
over
I know,
folding.
I know what the correct answer, or I know what the result will be, but I think I overfold here.
Okay. And now, has everybody gotten Brian's calling? So everybody's gotten their answer. I want to throw one more thing in for those. So there's only one raiser, and that's Larry. So Larry, talk about your raise since you're the outlier, and then we'll all tell you why you're wrong. That seems like a good way to study, don't you think?
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't think he's wrong. That would be my second choice. That would be my second choice.
All right.
you certainly do have a bluff catcher here, and you can call. But I think we can choose to turn this into a bluff. We don't like having spades, but his sizing schema does not point to top of range.
We don't hate spades at all. We don't want to have hearts. Remember, he bet the flop big.
Yeah.
So
So good point.
spades are
So I think it's fine to turn this into a bluff at some frequency.
okay. And I'm wrong, by the way. Against the solver, spades are bad because the solver doesn't bet hearts on the river, it bets spades, but people don't. Okay, so those are good reasons. And here's the one wrinkle I want to throw in. I think that the raise wins more often than the call does. Absolutely, I'm with you on that. But because he made the mistake when he's bluffing of bluffing so small, it makes our bluff catcher more profitable because when we raise, we have to risk another 40 to try to get him to fold a better nine, to fold pocket tens and a better nine. Because otherwise we don't need him to fold, right?
Yeah.
We don't think we're getting him to fold an ace. We're not betting big enough to get him to fold an ace. So we're getting him to fold pocket tens and a better nine. And we have to spend 60 to do that when for just 20, we get to win against everything else. That's why I think
Yeah. It might
That's
not be an
why-
efficient bluff. I
that's
agree.
why I think it's
I see your
inefficient.
point.
Not it's a bad bluff, but it's inefficient. Okay.
And what I think, I'll just put a slight little wrinkle to your argument. I think that when you raise that, some aces are folding.
Ah, if you think you can get an ace to
Oh.
if you think you can get an ace to fold, then I love the raise.
I
Well,
don't think
like
he
ace
ever
of
folds
heart,
an
ace
ace.
X of hearts is also a possibility here. That's one of the only other hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think an ace X takes this size on the turn and river.
With a redraw to the nuts. I don't think
especially
they
the
mind.
turn.
I don't
I
think they
don't know.
mind. If you had an ace with like you have you
Ace three,
stab your you have ace
ace four,
3 or
ace four.
even
Because
so you have like ace 10 though. You have ace 10 here and you have
yeah,
a redraw. Like
you,
I
you
don't
could
think
bet.
you give a shit.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. You're like it would be criminal to get them to fold a worse heart draw
right. And now
and you
and
have
now the
top
river
pair.
comes. Right. But now the
So
river
so
comes.
then we can concede that ace X of hearts does take this size on the turn.
Yep. So that's one thing that makes me think
Do
that
they
Mike
ever
might be
take
right and to
this size on
overfold.
the river though?
Yes, a ace. Yeah, I think that they could take the size on the river.
Okay.
I
And you
think like maybe not the weakest aces. I think like ace 3. Does ace 3 take this size? Probably not.
two
Does
pairs.
like ace 4 take this size? Ace 4 probably checks a
Maybe.
decent bit,
Yeah.
but I think your stronger ace X that got because like they're not always gonna 3-bet ace jack suited and all that stuff. So ace jack, ace 10, um, all that stuff. I think it could very reasonably take this size,
Okay. All right.
which makes me
What?
want to fold now.
All right. Let's see what. Let's see what. Let's see what Andy did, and then we'll see what he
I mean,
has.
ultimately, at the end of the day, I kind of look when I'm looking at pot odds, like, am I winning this 20% of the time?
Hell yeah.
Pretty hell yeah. I don't think folding, given the pot odds, I just don't think folding is an option. Given this opponent, I don't think folding is an option. I also don't think turning 9x into a bluff is much because he is not folding an ace. He is probably never folding tens, jacks that get here. Um,
So he
so
is
I
the
elect
player
to.
that would play tens or jacks this way,
Well, he
or a
doesn't even.
nine.
He doesn't
Either
even
way.
think that he has tens because the tens 3-bet pre. But the
Yeah, I
silver of the
don't
time is
think. And
I just find it hard to believe that a 9 plays this way.
right.
Queen 7. Yeah, we're
Right.
Nice.
Fab.
well.
Unnecessary bluff.
yes,
Well, I was correct that it
Well,
wasn't a
okay,
9.
again, it's to this specific hand.
Yeah. Yeah. This hand is in range. But
Overall, you're
yes, you're
probably
right.
right,
You're
Mike.
absolutely
Like
right,
this
Mike.
is
This
underbluffed
is in
against
range.
most opponents.
Like, yeah, like, wow, I was thinking, why, if they are bluffing, like, why did they go so small? Was my
You're
thoughts there.
scared.
Because he was trying to keep a heart draw from he was trying to keep a busted heart draw from raising him. He was
yeah,
setting
it
up
was
size.
more of like it was a large block bet.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
Okay, and since the ace was there, he was like, oh, maybe they might have the ace, so let me just go ahead and.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make much sense. But okay.
I don't
Or
want to.
anything.
I don't want to have to call. I don't want to check and have to call a bet.
Yeah, or anything that's not an ace. They're thinking is that any like heart draw, busted draws that are. I mean, he beats all the busted draws, but maybe any pair. He's like, oh, if they don't have an ace, they can't call. Would be the
Right.
only thing.
Well, they were wrong
I
about
mean,
that. We
yeah,
can
I
call.
think at the end of the day, it came a lot of the decision in this one came down to pot odds.
Yep. Yeah. The bigger he bets, the more you have to think about turning your hand into a bluff, and the less reason, the more that his hand looks like an ace. And the
Right.
smaller, the cheaper he makes for this. So go back to pre-flop for a second. Okay. And now let's just one street, how he should play. He should fold here. Go on to the next street. He should fold. We should also fold here. Okay, that's fine. All right. Check, check. He should absolutely check here. His bet.
Probably checking this back.
He should check here. And you can bet. You don't have to check it back. You could bet this if you wanted, or you could check behind. But so now go on to the turn. His bet is bad. His size is bad. You could consider folding here. To that big size, like that. Once you've called, the outs that we were counting, we were wrong. You were ahead. If a spade comes, you lose. So you lose everything on a spade, or you lose a lot on a spade. It never occurred to us that there was a
Because I'm
better
not
draw
putting
and a
him
worse
on
hand.
backdoor spades. I'm
Right.
not.
Yeah. There we go. And we
Yeah.
never would have, because if we went through it and said, what about if he had a pair and a draw on the flop that improved? We'd go, the only pair he can have is a deuce or a seven. Nobody bets a deuce or a seven there, so we're wrong. Okay, great. All right, next hand is that was Skate's hand, I believe, wasn't
Yep.
it?
Yep.
I think I get a hand,
It's up to Larry. Back to Larry.
but I would fold this pre against. I wouldn't complete with this hand.
Yeah. Do you hate the complete though? I agree with you. It's a good fold. Do you hate the complete?
I don't hate it, but I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit. I think a
Yeah. How about queen
unsuited
10?
double gapper is just too far for me to go here.
Yeah. How about queen
Yeah.
10?
Queen 10, offsuit.
Yeah.
I think I probably would play queen 10.
Okay. Right.
So,
Right there. Me too.
side note. All right, we complete here, right? What about knowing? Does it change your thought knowing this is Mr. Pocket Sevens from earlier and this is Mr. 7-8 from earlier?
Well,
Uh,
I think about the properties of the hand and our position. You're right that they are fishy, but it appears as though we are in the small blind and we have a marginal hand and we're going to be playing out of position multi-way.
Yeah.
So
Our skill edge goes way, way down in this
Yes.
situation.
yeah, all those are pointing me towards a fold here.
Yeah.
Our position, our stack depth, and the fact we're at multi-way.
Okay. But we play it.
All right. We check. I mean, you can lead, but I don't think I want to lead multi-way. He makes an over bet. I'm very uncomfortable, but I'm not going to fold yet. Okay. Check. I think I'd give this hand up. We have a very static hand. It can't really improve. And he has expressed strong interest in this hand. We have a pure bluff catcher now. And I
Yep.
think this is an under bluff line against a guy who is betting big after he limps. All right. So now, okay. So we hero here and we are going to see
Check, check. That's good. We like check, check.
6-3. That's crazy. Nice hero.
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
All right. After Larry, it is Mike.
All right. All right. Making it 5.5.
Bumped it a little bit extra because
Good.
we got a 71% limp call. And so we'll go a little bit larger
Yep,
exploitatively.
no argument.
I
No
like
argument from me.
I like it.
Okay, Dicky. Let's see. Oh, we got a
Oh.
donk, huh? That was a donk, right? He's a big blind.
That was a
It was a
dog.
dog.
Yeah, I am calling.
Right. It's
No
not
other option for me there.
It is
Yes.
not time.
All
Aw,
right.
Nuffle gets fucked.
See what happens. What does he do? Okay. I mean, Nuffle will just call here. But actually, I'm trying to think now. Actually, does Nuffle want to raise now? I think trips or better starts raising, and that's where we're at. But I certainly don't mind a call now either in position.
Notice,
And
So I
notice your
call.
stack depth. You're in. Just calling is fine.
yeah,
Yeah, because we have a 1-to-1 SBR here.
and I would I mean, we're not always winning, but I think we just get the rest in. So jam.
Only called.
All right.
I think any other card but the 10. But I'm worried about if he's dogging a hand like ace queen. I think
Yeah.
he's got some
It's-
ace queen in there.
It's one of his combos that he can have for sure. But I think our equity is too great to not get value from worse.
It's got to be ace
Yeah.
queen with the ace of clubs, which knocks it out, and he's got to not have three bet ace queen. He has to have. Did he open limp this? Oh no.
He was big
He
blind.
called an ISO. He called an ISO. Okay.
He
The
called a big ISO.
ace queen is in there. I'm still raising.
Yeah, ace
Yeah,
queen
and I
can
probably
be in
should
here.
have.
There's just way more combos of hands that you can still get value from when you raise.
Yep.
And we have ace king offsuit with no club.
Great. He would have called us.
Yes.
All
He would
right.
have called us with ace, all these combos of ace, king, queen, probably king, jack, king, 10.
Okay.
There's probably more in there.
Okay. We're gonna try to make it all the way to skate before we stop in the probably do 5 more minutes, but my battery may die. We'll find out. So up next is Rob.
Still with us, Rob?
Rob is gone. Up next is Skate to make sure we get in his second hand. Skate, take it.
Okay, nice. Let's open this to let's go 2.5. All right. Great. All right, we're multi-way here with ace king. Let's go ahead and bet. Okay, multi-way. Okay, so we are out of position in three-way pot. Let's check range here.
I agree. Heads up in position. I think heads up in position or out of position. I'm c-betting this, but
Yeah, that's my thought.
what would you like to do?
Okay, kind of sucks, that we have ace king and we open, but you know, we're essentially, hoping for, of course, an ace or king on the turn or some kind of, runner, which is
Fold,
very
fold,
very
fold,
unlikely.
Fold.
Fold, yeah, fold. Let's not even think about it too much.
Fold.
Why did I hit call? That was a mistake.
Because you have the king of hearts, but it's a
Yeah.
much better fold.
Yeah.
Fold.
I know.
Fold. All right. So your ace and your king were good. No, neither were good. On the flop,
No.
neither your ace nor your king were good. On the flop. All right.
No.
Okay, good. All right, now up next is Rob if he's back. If not Rob, it's Brian.
Okay.
No Rob. Okay, Brian.
Please open it up. All right. Aces 10. Checks and I check. All right. Now we get 10. This guy leads into us for 3 big blinds. So he's still up half. He's got a call. There's no need to raise here.
Don't love that.
Don't love that. I'd love it if France
What does
doesn't
he
bet.
do?
I love it. I love it.
All right. I don't really know what to bet here. I mean, I think we have to bet. It's just kind of I think we're going to be chopping a lot with somebody. I think what can we get value from? Trying to find a target for value.
Oh, you can get value
I
from
don't
stupid
think
hearts. You can make a
I
small bet
guess
and get
we
called
could
by
get
hearts.
value. Yeah, I guess that would probably be the only option is to go pretty tiny to maybe somebody calls me with hearts for whatever reason. They somehow got here with hearts.
And I elect for the check. I don't hate a small bet, but
What was the result?
Pocket eights
Eight.
and Jack 10.
Right. I love the check there because the other thing it does is if you bet very small and Cash Money only calls with his 10 and pocket eights looks and says, I can't win. Neither of those guys have aces and turns it into a bluff, which I don't think he's going to. You deny him that ability by checking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a
I love
raise
the
from
check.
either of them is really, really uncomfortable.
Mhm.
But a bet I can call.
Yeah, and I don't think, and a check raise you can't, and I don't think they're going to turn their hand into a check raise bluff against two players. But but the difference is when I'm right, you win, and they call you with hearts, you win 3 big blinds, often which you chop with someone else. So you win
Yes.
1.5 big blinds for the chance for someone to outplay you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That was kind of my thinking.
so I like it. All right. Last one is Rob if he's here. If not, it's me, and then we're done. Rob, you got pocket sevens. This is your last chance, Rob. All right, here we go. Pocket sevens. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Last hand. Raise, call. Absolutely call. Let's just pure set mine here. Perfect.
Super
Couldn't be
multi-way.
better. All right, excellent. Fold.
Ooh, let's see how this plays out.
There we go. There we go. So had we done the squeeze instead, it would not have worked. See you guys. Bye, everybody.
Since you really didn't get to play one, do you want to play one, Scotty?
I did that one. I did the sevens.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'll do king six. But we may run out of battery. We'll find out. Open to 3. Oh, 2.5. We're in 2.5 land. That's fine. Open. Check. I'm considering all options when I check. Check. I've considered all the options and check is the best one. Check. Okay,
This is
you
great.
bet. I understand why you bet. I don't bet there. Okay. And now having gotten called, his range includes tens and sevens, which beat me. It includes some weird queens. It includes a lot of draws, which I beat. When I check, I have a bluff catcher, which depending on his size, I can turn into a bluff if I want. So I think the best play here is to check. And when he doesn't bet at all, sometimes I win, usually I don't. Check. Yay.